Oh, welcome Patreon family. How are you guys?
How are you?
Hello, Patreon family.
Patreon.
We need to come out with some products, dude.
Yeah.
Coaching
Coaching.
will be huge. We got to come out. There's got to be some other kind of service we can do. Podcast optimization.
Yeah, we should do lectures on how to optimize your podcast.
True.
You're going to want to get canceled.
Yeah, go as hard as you can to get fucking canceled. It is nice when dudes want to get canceled very badly, though.
Bothers me a lot.
It's so... I mean, I'll probably get fucking canceled for saying
They're going to cancel me for this. Trust me, Daddy. Nobody's going to care about you.
Yeah. What's
up, dude?
We're in a motherfucking Patreon.
What's up?
I feel great right now.
I feel great.
I for real do. I feel pumped.
I'm pumped. I got a nice thing for you that you're going to like.
What you got?
7-Eleven pizza.
What?
Last night, 7-Eleven pizza got delivered.
You ordered it off
It was
of...
a Mary Rodzinski classic, dude. Don't put this on me.
True.
Last time she was here, the only thing that was open was 7-Eleven pizza. We got it. I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking disgusting.
How was it?
One bite, you go, what the fuck?
It's like a Pizza Hut?
7-Eleven pizza is delicious.
It's probably like a Pizza Hut, basically, isn't it?
We had the bug light on out there.
Mm-hmm.
The bugs were going right to it.
Yeah.
7-Eleven pizza was a bug light for this big beetle. The big beetle boy, Lamisi. Lamisi came in. We stayed in. As soon as I heard that fucking front door start to unlock, I was in my head. I was like, he's going straight for the Sev.
What size is the pie?
Not a big pie. Obviously, we got 2 7-Eleven pies.
Okay, I got you.
All right, these are delicious pies.
Personal 12-inch?
No, how would you describe that, Mary? I'd say it's about a 14-inch
14,
pie.
Yeah,
Okay.
14.
It's about a 14-inch 7-Eleven pie.
About a medium.
It's a medium pie.
Yeah.
Medium, exactly.
Not a personal pan.
Not a
but-
personal.
Got you. Man, where do they? Where's the brick oven at the 7-Eleven?
Yeah, I don't know what they got.
They just take like weed lights and just bake them under a fucking bowl.
It's a hellish pie, but once you get
You
it,
said it tastes good.
it's really good.
God
The
damn.
dough is totally undercooked. The dough is just raw dough.
Oh, that's nice.
Delicious.
That is nice. Actually.
But I heard Lamisi shuffle in. I said he got close to it. He pretended he was going. He was like, I need some water or something. And then I heard. I watched him. I could hear. I was going strictly off sonar. I was watching a movie. I could hear his feet the second they started to shuffle. I was like, he's going for the pie. I said, don't touch that Sev. Don't even think about the Sev.
Did you
And
get
I
to taste the Sev?
He got to taste the Sev.
Balls, obviously, but
he got the Sev. I knew his thought process on his DUI home. On his whole DUI home, I was like, I guarantee he's thinking. The whole DUI back, he was
drunk drive back.
Yeah, on his drunk drive back, I guarantee he was thinking, "Ooh, I hope they ordered some pizza pie." This is the second time I've seen you bring the pie back to your room. Last week you brought the pie back. He commandeers the pie and takes it back to his room.
Does he really?
Not the whole thing. He takes slices.
Gotcha.
I take a slice and they take it to my cave.
A
Yes.
slices.
2 slices.
Yep. 2 slices on one hand. Just holding up 2 slices.
Shit.
And they enter his
You don't
cave.
stay and socialize with Azah?
He did try to socialize. We were watching a movie. We were like 3 hours into
he's
fucking Zodiac.
I tried to make jokes. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just take this.
I was like,
pizza
is this Roadhouse? Because it was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
About that, like,
You know what you should do? Set this up where it's like a hotel convenience bar where you have snacks, but there's like that laser thing. So if you take a thing out of the fridge, it bills your credit card. Like you should set your fridge
He'd never
like a
leave.
hotel
He'd
mini.
be in debt. He would never leave my house. He'd be under a mountain of debt just from Sev.
Just some Sev pizza.
I owe him $38. I'm never getting out of this house.
Just on Sev pizza alone.
He came in, hit some jokes that no one wanted to hear, crushed the set. But then he was laughing to himself, which made the jokes very funny.
That's kind of nice. How far
Yeah.
was your DUI home?
Say it's the average route. He takes the same DUI route every time.
Really?
It's from the creek back to here.
A little possum trail.
If any officers are listening, get some fucking spikes ready. Fucking blow his tires out.
He's on his DUI home.
He always takes a DUI home. As soon as he got home, I was like, stop driving, dude.
Yeah, it's thinking Uber, man. It's right there. Although,
What is it about the DUI that you love so much?
It's not a DUI.
Of course it is.
I had a few. I didn't have a lot.
You had a few what?
Vodka sodas.
You had a few vodkas, and then
Yeah.
I'm guessing you hit the blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the blunt and drank vodka.
Yeah, but that just makes you drive better. The blunt makes you drive better.
The blunt sharpens you up, and then with the fucking desire, there's a pizza pie on the counter.
True. That's
You're
the biggest.
focusing. You're like, the last thing I can do is go to jail right now and not get that delicious cold pie.
He would snitch on somebody. Get
He would
the
snitch
fucking
immediately.
pie. He'd make a junkie giving
Yeah.
someone up so he can get his fix.
No way.
Yeah, he'd get there and be like, Shane Gillis has Molly in his house. If he snitched on me for the pie. Yeah. Here's a $5 autograph.
He starts tweaking out. He's like, dude, there's a fucking Sev pie going cold
There's
there
this-
in the kitchen.
Matt,
How's
here's
the
the thing.
toppings?
Here's the thing. When it's cold, it's even better, dude.
What?
The Sev pie is nice.
I guess so, because I guess with that raw crust,
The raw crust is good.
oh,
The toppings are good. There's actually some sauce in there. You'd think it'd be a dry pie.
no
There's some sauce in there. It's a bit of a sauce pie.
deep dish, classic hand
Deep
toss.
dish, dude.
It's of
It's
course.
definitely hand tossed by one of those fucking Ethiopians.
It's probably a movie theater pizza.
It is. It
They're-
is exactly.
they
It's a
can be-
concession stand pizza.
Yeah, sometimes those things can hit.
When it's the only option.
Yeah, true. What time what's the timetable? on
It
this?
wasn't even that late when they ordered it. It was probably 11.
Really.
You'd think there'd be some other late night fixtures such
Papa
as
John's.
Taco Bell, Papa J's.
Papa J's order. You just got to say the secret password.
You gotta say the ultimate, the top secret password. But yeah, Mark tossed Mary's fiance tossed in a buffalo chicken taquito,
Oh,
and I saw that in the bag, and I
that's
was
like when you're doing coke and someone busts out the H.
I was
dude.
like, brother,
yo,
this is already bad enough. Don't stand over the island and crush a buffalo chicken. Ordered buffalo chicken taquito.
it's like Rec Room for a Dream. You got to double end it at the end.
7-Eleven taquito delivery is fucking crazy.
They should take you out of your house.
Yeah. It was funny. Yeah. Mary was like, do you have anything for like indigestion, like Tums or anything? I was like, yeah, you just drank White Claws and ate 7-Eleven
need a time
pizza. You
machine.
you need to undo all the mistakes you've ever made. That's whatever led you to 7-Eleven and White Claws.
Yeah. Were they getting surgical?
They did.
Hitting the surgeons?
They got surgical.
Oh,
no, there's no surgeons. God damn it. No.
Damn.
They did not get surgical. They just hit the claws, regular claws.
Yeah. Hit the claws and hit the fucking taquitos. Taquitos, that's when I used to know it was fucked up. When I'd wake up and see the taquito box next to my bed, I'd go, oh, Maron.
What have I done?
Oh, good God.
What have I
You
become?
see a cup of like empty liquid chease and you're like, oh no.
The liquid cheese.
I hit the juice.
liquid
I hit
cheese
the
going
juice
down
last night.
nice, dude. Liquid cheese is nice, dude.
The best ever is my cousin fell asleep in my roommate's bed, doused in liquid chi. we were just partied on the chi like late at night, both very fucked up, and he fell asleep with the holding the cup and just drenched himself.
That's
Dry
that's
chi.
crazy.
I know. He just woke up in dry chi, just like, oh, dude,
That's
I was
always the
like,
most
"You passed out
vicious
the
meal, dude. It's the Last Supper every time.
it's so bad.
It's a pile of fucking dog shit food.
Yeah.
You're blacked out, standing at the counter eating it.
It's nice though when that's like a good part of alcohol when it shuts down your inhibitions, where it's like I'm gonna munch the most fucked up shit possible, and you just crush it.
Feel the
You get to
rain
eat like a
on
little
your
kid.
skin.
You get to eat like a little kid again. You get to just
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I was feeling a little. I didn't drink too much, but I pushed it that last night, and I kept having to get up early.
Bro,
Dude, I woke up Sunday and I was like,
I haven't touched the stuff since.
Yeah.
That hurt. Saturday hurt.
I had tequila belly pretty much.
Saturday night hurt, and then it was funny. Sunday, I could like everyone was very hungover. We were just hanging out. Slowly, you could hear people just. You could
Yeah,
hear some
crack 'em.
tops start popping. Be like, damn, another bro fell. The bug light.
Dude, when I'm hungover, I can't. That whole like hair of the dog thing, I can't even look at alcohol.
Yeah,
It doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure if I did it, it would help, but it's like,
I've done it. You regret it, but it works.
yeah, I'm sure it helps.
If it's like a vicious hangout, like Sunday, I came close.
Yeah.
I came close to falling. And then I would open the fridge and be like, the last thing I
Can't
want.
even look, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do the weed edible. If I had a vicious hangover, that gets weird though, because you just get real lightheaded and you're like,
The weed edible scares me because the hangover anxiety is already at a 10.
Yeah.
If I toss weed on there.
For me though, the weed edible is like I can't get any worse. So I'm already fucked up. So I just get high and I'm like, oh God. The worst was New Year's. We had that New Year's Eve in like maybe 2017. That might have been the worst hangover I've had in a long time. When I was making the skit, when we lived in Mount Vernon.
Oh yeah.
I remember we just laid on a couch and then finally we got up the gumption to drive to Chipotle. Then I remember I ate the weed edible and drove us all to Chipotle, and I was like, it was terrible.
Were we setting off fireworks that night? No, that was 4th.
That was the 4th, yeah. But no, that was New Year's Eve. That was a sick party. I think that was like a shots of whiskey. That was when I made the Skizzlers.
Skizzlers.
I made fake Twizzlers.
The Skizzlers were deadly.
Those things were, and they were made with green alcohol, so I don't think I flushed.
That's how long we've been doing this podcast. You can go back and find the episode that week.
True. It's pretty fucked up, actually. Dude, Tate fucking crushed us. I don't know if you saw his last tweet.
What?
Tate is back, and he's not. I think he might have made a grave misstep.
What did he do?
He wrote this long thing on Twitter or X or whatever saying that white men are going to become extinct because we're so cucked out to women that we won't have multiple wives and we're not having enough kids. And we'd rather just complain than to get multiple wives and be Muslims and have tons of kids and be alphas. That was the message of his tweet. He said we're going to become extinct.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He said we're not having enough kids.
You can look at the results of what the Muslim world's been up to and what the honkies are up to. You can go, I think the ones that are...
It didn't hit. Everyone's being like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Like, shut up. You've been a Muslim for 5 minutes. Get over it.
They do need to convert all the white bulls to Islam.
I think that might be...
There's going to be a bunch of those guys.
The men's rights activists.
You're going to be like 60. You're going to be at a work event. You're going to shake hands with the whitest dude you've ever seen. He's going to be like, Assalamu alaikum. You're going to go, Andrew Tate got your ass. Tate got you in 2019.
The fucking tweet's really funny. It's like, you've let yourself fall, and now you don't even have the gumption to get another wife. 5 kids, that's nothing. Everyone's like, dude, you suck. You failed at your marriage. You fucking got arrested, you dumbass. Yeah, he swang for the fences. I guess that's the new.
That's what he does, though.
I mean, I guess he's not allowed to come at. He's not allowed to make fun of girls anymore. So now he's just like,
white guys are pussies.
Fuck around. But he's also. It seems more like it's like a cry to like try to help them almost.
Yeah.
It's not a total slam. It's like, guys, save yourselves before you get totally. I guess before you don't have enough kids in 500 years and there's no more white guys left. Basically, we got to become Muslims and have multiple wives if we want to be not cucked out totally.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's what the Tate man's up to.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Matt,
dude,
we're not doing that today.
I just had a fart.
Not, Matt.
It's natural.
I had a fart.
I had a fart. I just had to do.
You sound like Gerby's there. I had a fart.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw that and I said, "Nice try, Tate. Go again."
Yeah, right.
I'm not mad at you, Tate. I'm not mad at you. Just do another one. Come up with another sick fucking opinion.
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not it, dude. Being like, you white guys are going extinct because you're so fucking weak and you won't fucking cheat on your wife. But the one thing, Brittany was telling me something. It was about, I don't know what it was, some kind of like tax thing. And I'm like, she was going on for a while, but I was just reading that. The Tate tweet totally took me over. And it was like, are you hearing what I'm saying? He was like, and then if you do cheat, you're wearing a condom. It's like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh yeah, no, I heard. What was that thing you said about the IRS? I forget. But yeah, dude, no condoms on when you're cheating, dude. Can't be a bitch. You gotta be condom off. Then tell your baby you get caught. Be like, we're going extinct, bitch.
Yeah.
I can't listen to you, you whore. Andrew Tate told me we're going
extinct.
We're going to fucking extinct.
The whites are going the way of the dinosaur. I cannot have it.
Unless we get more pussy. You need more kids. Shut the fuck up while I cheat on you, bitch. That's what we should not. We should be way less.
Sounds like you're turning on the Tate man.
It was just an insane text that I read.
Yeah, almost. He
I'm just giving it to him, dude.
Ones.
Alpha men like me and Tate just want it straight. I'm saying, brother.
Yeah.
I see this and I'm going, bro.
You've lost your way.
You've lost your way. It's a crazy tweet.
The Bulgarian sex trafficking. That one you had no problem with. This tweet though, you're like, you motherfucker. I think he was framed on the Bulgarian sex trafficking.
No, I read into that whole thing. I reported fairly on that. If you trick a
Born
woman,
fairly.
if you trick a woman and then she has sex, you've technically trafficked her. So
Everybody is sex trafficked.
He actually implicated himself in the sex trafficking because he was like, "You gotta lie to these hoes." Blah 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 blah. So he kind of did put himself on a platter for trafficking, but it was like a really like he was more pimping.
He was innocent.
He was kind of pimping.
He was pimping.
Yeah, he was kind of pimping on the webcam. And then apparently that
Like
was
the
the one
bees.
thing. If Bees was working for a webcam,
Bees was pimping on the webcam. And then the feds busted him. The wolf.
Yeah, he got into
The saga.
He got into a nefarious operation.
How hungry are you guys for that Chinese food that just arrived? I'd love
Not
to
as
see
hungry
you.
as you're about to be after you eat it.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell you,
You've been got by the best. So, could have happened to anybody.
I went the alternative route to I told you, Jackson has a bad knee.
He seemed all right when I saw. I mean, he was on 3 legs
He was
for
solid.
sure.
That's only if
I
he's
meant
in
the
a rush.
blindness.
Oh, the
He
blindness.
could see. When I walked in, he could see some.
Dude,
He could see when I came in.
Yes, he's good with. I think he's good with people. Anything he can kind of smell, like our kids,
Yeah.
he won't run into our kids. But if there's a chair, he'll fucking just plow through like a little kid chair.
You got an all-star dog, dude. He's going. He lowers the shoulder on shit. He doesn't care.
Well, I had to let him out through like a little
Fights for that
playroom to
inch.
get outside at night, and
Yeah.
then I try to clear the way, but sometimes he'll rush ahead of me. It's
He barrels through. Dude.
just all kinds of shit, dude. Just crushes it. I feel bad, but no, if I'm like, yo, slow. So he's picking up a leg. He's hobbling on 3 legs. Take him to the vet. They go, that'll be 5 G's. We can fix that immediately. But they're like, his other leg's probably going to go too. So we're going to have to probably do them both eventually. And they go, and I'm like, okay, so he's going to get the surgery and what? Like, he's fine? And they go, he should be fine. And I was like, he should be fine?
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, most cases are
Well,
totally
yeah.
fine.
Give me a percentage of success.
Total weasel vocabulary. So then I called my sister. I go, yeah, she worked in the vet before. I go, yo, what are we talking, dude? Give me the inside scoop. She's like, dude, we used to funnel those things inside and out. There's like, they don't have ACLs. It's called like a MCL or something. They said it's like their ACL. I don't know. But my sister was like, dude, those things get like they get the surgery and 3 months later it can just blow out back out at any time. So I'm going the alternative route. He's losing weight. We're slimming him up. And then I'm teaching him just to walk slow. I'm like, well, I'll take him for walks. I'm like, oh, bro, slow down. And he'll walk normal. But if he wants to hurry, he picks that leg up and just hobbles down. And if both legs go and my alternative medicine doesn't work on him,
remove the legs. Get him wheelchair.
that's what I'm saying. Or you keep the legs.
Remove the legs. Wheelchair
Cut 'em.
dog.
Go totally
attached
cybernetic.
wheels. You've seen those dogs. They're awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wheelchair dogs are great.
I was like, dude, he can go 10
Dude,
G's.
think about Chris P. Bacon. You could have the next Chris
But dude,
P. Bacon.
he was a rescue. 300, I think it was 300. And these vets just toss out shit. They're like, oh yeah, his leg's $5,000. I'm like,
Get him the Chris P. Bacon, dude.
I might have to, but dude, he's
Chris P. Bacon. Dude.
he's healing. That's dude.
Chris P. Bacon is top 5.
Dude, I think a dog would rather. I was like, so he's gonna be laid up for like a month recovering, and then they're like, oh, yeah, then his other leg can go. I'm like, dude, he can just lose weight if he walks slow. He's fine, and then I can start putting him on like pain meds and stuff too, or it's like some anti-inflammatories.
Drug his ass up.
But they want to slash these dogs so bad, dude.
They need to get the dogs under the knife.
Oh my god, dude, because it's 5. They have you by the throat.
Yeah.
5 motherfucking.
They know
Gs.
it's your fur baby.
It is.
They know you care about this dag.
Yeah, but dude, I don't know, man. They were so quick to like, what about this? What about that? They're like, oh, we'll cut him open, and then can't even look a man in the eye and go, oh yeah, he'll be fine after that.
Yeah.
You know, he should. This works out. This is one of those ones that works out.
Yeah, this blind fat pit bull, he'll take care of that leg. There's no way he's gonna sprint as soon as we put him off the table.
I know.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah, that's a man's dilemma. Every man faces this dilemma where it's like, do you pay for surgery for the animal?
Yep.
Then they tell you it's $5,000. You go, I'm not paying that for a dog. And then you go home and watch the dog limp, and you go, fuck, I'm paying that.
You feel bad, and that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna do. But then I was just like, dude, if you can't give me a guarantee, I'm not gonna put him through fucking surgery.
Yeah.
You know?
Phil tried to deny Tybalt healthcare.
Yeah, dude.
Tybalt was dying one day in the basement. Tybalt was,
He
a
was like-
sick
he
boy.
was like, no.
Phil was like, we're not paying for it. I was like, go downstairs and look at him. And he went down. Tybalt was like bloated from some terrible disease. And he was like, oh, help me.
He took him to the vet.
He saved the boy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jax is kind of chilling.
He seemed okay.
I can take him on slow walks. My sister was like, if you walk them a lot and rework it out and let them lose weight, a lot of times it comes back, and it's a reoccurring problem. Certain breeds, their back legs are just tight as fuck, so they just kind of snag you in there, and they're like, they will chop.
Yeah,
them up, and they just grab 5-10 G's off you. The vet is so fucking shady. I've been beefing with the vet since I can't. Dude, the lepto shot. Do you know what that is? In case a deer pees in a puddle. If your dog drinks the pee that a puddle that a deer peed in, it can get leptovirus. So you have to get a vaccine against that for your dog. And I was like, I'm good. They're not out like in nature like that. I just take them for walks and they chill in my backyard. They're like, well, technically like a rodent could also pee on a blade of grass. And that's like, dude, will you guys get the fuck out of my face with this shit?
So I'm trying to push the vax.
It's dude, anti-vax. The
Big Dog Pharma is out there, dude.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then there's like 50 different strains of lepto. So I was Googling it while I was in the waiting room, and I was like, what's up with the lepto vaccine? Got all the talking points. I was like, well, what strain of lepto are you guys actually inoculating? And they were like, definitely one of the more popular ones.
Damn, they ran into a buzzsaw out in the waiting room Wikipedia.
Oh, dude, just Google. I found the one like anti-vax dog site, and I was like, beautiful.
You know that's how Trump used to do meetings?
Did he really?
I watched a thing on that where he was like, he would go out, he would get debriefed on one very specific piece of information that the meeting was about to be on, like like with architecture, it'd be like the type of beam.
Yeah,
and he would just remember that one fact. He wouldn't talk the whole time, and then he'd finally be like, "Are we going to use cross beams or T beams on this?" And everyone would be like, "God damn, this guy knows architecture." Tibble,
really
he used to get hit with the vet. Just tries to pump your cat full of fucking jizz like that.
Oh yeah.
Every day I'd get an email, it'd be like, Tibble's due for his checkup. It's like, I'm not taking him to the vet.
No, man.
Like, do you want to give him these shots? It's like, he's a feral.
Yeah, leave him.
He's a skunk, dude.
Yeah,
he's literally a skunk. He goes outside and just eats trash and comes back to our house.
Bro. Yeah, they need to chill. They definitely need to chill. I've beefed with the last 3 vets I've been at. Just being like, will you guys please chill the fuck out about all this stuff? And they like look at you like They were looking at me all fucked up when I was like, I don't need
it's
that.
Like, you're the one who kills animals every day, dude. Don't look at me like that.
I rescued him.
You put down golden retrievers daily.
Yeah, true. I saw a cat on the operating table when I went to the emergency vet when he had all the chocolate.
Sweet gato.
Dude, he was just laying there knocked
out. Gatos are so funny.
They had him hooked up to all the things. It was really funny.
I saw a nice video of a Maine Coon yesterday. It got me going, dude.
Did you really?
The next Tybalt could be on his way. Ooh. I can't do it, dude.
Why?
I can't have my heart broken again.
Yeah, true. You gotta love again.
I can't love again, Matt.
You have, dude. Especially if he could chill out.
Look at this guy. Big ass Maine Coon. Can you imagine?
Oh my god!
Wouldn't you want this boy in your house?
Yeah, dude. Bro, how could you not? You guys can be on the couch cuddling, dude. Bro, what are you doing? Get that Maine Coon.
Although the big that looked like a gay ass cat. When he was big like that, and they were like, he's furry, and they were petting him.
Yeah,
and
he only have a little like more bobcat hair.
Yeah,
dude. But imagine being able to cuddle with a cat that big. That would be pretty nice.
You accidentally touch its belly, and it fucks you up.
True. Yeah.
You know me. I'm a sicko when you get to know me. I love when my cat scratches me. I'm a sicko for that.
You love the pain.
I'm a feline masochist.
You love the pain.
I love pain. You know I love pain, dude.
I get very like worried when cats scratch
Give me that
me.
fucking look, bitch.
Yeah, you'd be wrangling that thing a lot of the time.
You'd have to. It'd be your cat.
You'd be hunting the saber. You'd look like a caveman hunting the saber tooth, too.
True. You're not that tall. That Maine Coon would dwarf you. You'd have to fight that guy for the Sev pizza.
I'd fight a big cat, dude. I think I could beat it up.
Really?
A big house cat.
Yeah.
How would you take it down?
Anaconda squeeze. Yeah, you can anaconda squeeze any cat.
True. Play dead on it, then just soak it right in. I got actually a David Lucas. It was funny. My phone was sitting down on the couch, and all of a sudden Maya handed me my phone. It was just David Lucas on FaceTime, and I'm like, oh shit! I thought she called her. I thought she called him, and I'm like, oh, what's up, man? He was on a plane. Somebody mistook him for Lamese. He goes, tell this guy I'm not Lemaire, and I was like, it's not Lemaire, bro.
Damn.
So yeah, you could be devil's double, Lemaire. It was very funny. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you're thinking about picking the mic up. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I can't wait to become friends with Kyle Rittenhouse.
True, man. I'm gonna have him protect me.
Yeah.
That'd be sick, dude.
Anytime someone gets close, he falls down and strikes them.
Dude, I had a fucking I had a weird interaction. Speaking of just out of control lives.
I'm sorry I want to go back to the weird interaction. I took my Zyn out and it was red like that. And I was like, holy shit, my gums are bleeding. I was like, nah, I just ate fucking 10 Starbursts. Fat health scare. You go, oh my God, I'm bleeding. No, it's because I've been eating red candy. All right, what was the interaction with the libs, dude?
You get pulled out in a stretcher for candy mouth.
Yeah. He's had 7 Starbursts. He opened the wrapper with his tongue. It was pretty sexual.
Water tastes pretty weird right now.
Water tastes good. Oh, no.
Yeah, water tastes like fruit punch.
Those men's... Oh, shit, my bad.
What'd you say?
Those men's vitamins I got from Whole Food,
Yeah.
they made my pee smell weird.
Oh, yeah. You got to drink
was
lots
like,
of water on them.
Yeah, I always... Bro, it's like the fifth one of these today.
True.
I crushed water. But you're right, though. Anytime I was, like, dehydrated from a Bud Light binge, I would have the worst smelling piss, and I'd be like, this is diabetes. And then I finished all those vitamins, and the piss smell's gone. And I was like, oh, thank God.
If I take those vitamins and I don't drink a bunch of water,
adjusting my diet.
It's neon. It's crazy. And I always go, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what aspect of those vitamins was doing that. Because I take BDC.
Pause.
I had B first.
True.
I take D.
Okay.
A lot of D. Take some zinc. None of it's making it's whatever. There's something in there that was making my whiz smell.
What is that shit called? A lot of those vitamins, they derive certain compounds from vegetables itself. So they might actually have like whatever that stuff
asparagus
is.
Bullshit in there?
Yeah. Could be like astrologus or whatever the fuck that shit's called. I'm
going to take a gander at that because that made my whiz smell. Anyway.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I don't know what was I talking
You were
about?
battling with the fucking libs.
Ah, yes. Speaking of libs out of control, dude, I saw
libs out of control.
I was in where the fuck was I? Yeah, the grocery store. And there was a lady, fully K95, and, I did a ladies first on her. I went, hey, you got it. Because we were both walking towards the same little section. I went, ladies first. Dude, and she just fucking stared and just stormtroopered me with her mask. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'll go. Didn't say it was the weirdest shit ever. I think she also was like a pretty she's like, I believe she was a lesbian maybe. She had like a wiry build and looked pretty yoked up a little bit, but I just instinctively good guyed it. Was like, yo, go ahead, you got it. And she, dude, for real, just couldn't see her face and just like,
man,
stared at me.
If I were you, you were probably livid.
I was more just kind of like laughing to myself. She reminded me of like a Call of Duty character, just standing there, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I literally went, never mind, I'll go. And then I grabbed it.
I get mad seeing the mask.
Dude, well, she like social.
And then if they
she
wronged
actively
me like
social
that.
distance. We run through the same thing, and she went and just stood there, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, all right." I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna break it to you. Your grandmom is gonna die, so you don't have to."
Damn, dude.
you don't have to be out here weirding everybody out.
Damn, getting stuck in the COVID,
dude. Yeah,
that's so many people got stuck.
Can't let it go. There, you see less and less of them to the point now where I was for real stunned. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Just stand there like. Shades on, just.
She had the stunners on?
I thought she was going to come behind me and fucking.
Bonk it? She thought you could get bonked.
I thought she was trying to melee.
Pressing the stick.
But yeah, it was for real. It is getting more and more disturbing to see people wildly masked up. And I was
Asians get a pass for me.
Dude, they were the OGs.
They've been holding it down.
They were the
day
OGs.
One.
Yeah.
And but, yeah.
It kind of suits them too. I don't know why. It kind of I'm saying they look kind of fly. That's like Asian chic.
It is.
Just to be like,
it is fly.
I don't want the powers that be to think I'm selfish.
yeah. Not let the cameras get your face.
Yeah. True. Yeah, they look good with it on. When I see a
wiry lesbian at the grocery store wearing a fucking 95
saying.
mask, I'm gonna go pull the mask down. This is Texas. This is
yeah,
America.
dude, that's what I'm saying.
This is Texas. I didn't fly all the way down here to fucking live in this liberal fucking bullshit open air prison. Liberals Gaza. Liberals is Gaza. Damn, Iran fucking almost blew it for the fucking libs and Gazans.
I know.
Iran
Drone
acting
strike
up.
Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
And then they
about
said,
that.
"Yo, our bad, we're chilling." They were fucking Cole.
Did-
They were fucking J. Cole. They just jumped in and were like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch." Nah, never mind. My bad. Israel's cool.
Yeah, this is whack, bro. Fuck.
Have
this
we
shit.
even discussed Sweet Drizzy Drake?
Not really. No. We didn't actually.
I was so excited. I listened to it 30 times.
Did he? Did you? I still have. I
Did
gotta
he?
listen to it. Did he?
Don't
I
you
still
dare.
got. I still got. I gotta listen to it. I do love rap.
It's
beefs.
exciting.
I do like rap beefs. I might be the only one. I fully support J. Cole in his peace mission going on.
It comes and goes. I understand he was being an honest man.
Yeah, he goes, you know what? I don't even want to do this.
Yeah,
I don't have to do this. I can just keep putting out records.
but he did it.
He did.
After he put it out, then he was like, "My bad."
Yeah.
If he would have done that, having never put out an album, that'd be really great.
I was being like, I'm not doing this. This is
I
stupid.
understand. I couldn't relate to anybody more.
Mhm.
I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I apologize in the middle of every set I do. Every single set, I'm like, "You don't like this? I'm sorry."
True.
He did it. Yeah, he put out an album and then was just like, one diss and was just like, "My bad."
Yeah.
That's fucking lame.
He used to probably like to get hyped into the whole thing. He probably also got hyped up so hard by everyone.
Everyone around him.
Fucking kill him. But Drizzy Drake took care of business.
Drizzy Drake said, "Shut up, Cole. I'm going."
Did he?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He said Cole was lying. That fucking K-Dot shit sucked. It's pretty great. You're gonna like the diss. The
That's
diss
awesome.
is just
I'm
funny.
telling you, I like
He's saying
it.
very mean things.
And just crushing everyone.
Yes.
It's a roast.
He roast battles.
And he also probably he's had a lot.
He's Jewish.
Of
He's got a
detractors.
little roast battle
Jewish.
comedian in there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he is part nasty Jew. I mean,
I know what you meant, but it came out very crazy. You meant like roaster, nasty
I
Jewish
know, I
comic,
know.
but just be like fucking nasty Jew.
I knew what I was doing.
You knew it. We're in complete control.
Also nasty. getting your fucking what is that thing called? The like, whatever the genetics test. You get your
Ask a nasty Jew.
You are a nasty Jew.
Oh, son of a bitch, dude.
Ask a nasty Jew. What are even our Ashkenazi Jews? Aren't they like?
They're fucking made up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's lies, dude. That's just bullshit.
It's just
They're
smart
just
Polish
more,
people.
yeah.
I think they're just smart Polish people.
Yeah, it's the Polacks.
If you're not like fucking tripping.
It's
over
another
your feet.
lie. Yeah, it's another lie. It's just black people are Jews.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because Ashkenazi was like if you like got like super white, if you're like super mixed with
Is it
European.
Russian?
Oh,
Ashkenazi Jew? Ashkenazi Jew, then.
true. It's not
Really?
German Jew.
It
Ashkenazi
can't
is
be
a German Jew.
bro.
Really?
Google says an ethnic group of Jewish people who originated in medieval Germany and Central and Eastern Europe.
What? I mean, they didn't originate there. Did did German people like werewolf into Jews, or did they like make the migration?
Yeah, what are you talking about? That's wrong.
I don't believe in that.
Jews don't originate in Germany.
That's what Google AI says. Let me do another look.
Yeah, maybe it might have made a mistake. I don't think that's where they spawn.
Matt?
Sorry. No, I mean that's
I hear you. It's funny. Matt?
it's,
No,
it's just
pull
a
him out of
play
the mud
on
in Mordor.
you saw 50 feet ahead, dude. Really, I thought that was...
I already got that they lived in France, Central and Eastern Europe, including Germany, Poland, and Russia.
Yeah, but like, how did they become? So there was
Well,
they were
okay,
originally just regular Jews, and then how did they level up into Ashkenazis? That's the question.
They were in the Holy Roman Empire, it says.
But then they get kicked out. Rome came. Isn't that what happened? Rome came through to Jerusalem and was like, "Get out," and that's what sent them on their like
No.
getting kicked out.
No.
What?
Maybe Rome eventually did that, but during like Jesus' time?
No. They got locked up. They were kept. They were all of them were trapped in Gaza. That's what happened originally. And then they got the boot. I think the Roman Empire was like, enough, get out of here. After post Jesus,
Yeah, that could make sense.
AD.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I heard Rome was the reason that was like the original.
That they got expelled from
Yeah,
the
they got
Holy Land.
expelled from the Holy Land.
And then they made their way to the.
Because they were tough to govern. Because they were just
Yeah.
like, dude, we're not having this. We're getting the temple back. And then eventually Rome was like, you guys are.
Yeah, and they were on it was a Roman outskirt, so it was tough to
Exactly.
get guys there.
Yeah, Rome said, you guys are a pain in my
I
ass.
said, you guys are being a real bunch of nasties.
So that's what I'm confused about. So they left the Holy Lands and then they just hit the fucking European steppe and we're just like, something's happening.
It seems like we've hit a time mode question because a lot of people, according to this article, there's a lot of uncertainties according to the history of Ashkenaz.
Just guess.
It says uncertainties concerning the meaning of Ashkenaz arose in the 11th century when the term shifted from a designation of the Iranian Scythians to become that of Slavs and Germans, and finally of German Ashkenaz Jews in the 11th to 13th centuries.
Huh.
Well,
There you go. It's a mystery. That's pretty cool.
it is a mystery.
I guess a lot of the things are like the Celts, the Franks, the Germs. Yeah, it's a big mystery. Who would have known just those belligerent, warlike people would evolve into just... They were the dregs of society, dude.
Who?
The European, those like fucking tribes in Europe
Oh yeah.
that like entered like before Rome came and dispersed and Christianity brought them up to like a higher level. They were for real like the worst.
Yeah, Christianity saved all those people.
Yeah. They were bloodthirsty freaks.
Scandinavia chilled the fuck out.
What the fuck? Did they ever embrace Christianity? Or they like
Yeah.
do? I feel like they're
The
Protestants.
Vikings had to fucking chill.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
They did. Well, they became Protestants
The Vikes did.
eventually, but Catholicism went and said,
Yeah, it chilled them out.
"You guys need to stop."
Yeah, it's amazing. If you think about it, they were probably, I mean, the level of murders and all that, like murders, rapes, all that stuff, as bad as it is now, it's down
Yeah,
so much.
maybe,
I think so.
probably.
Yeah, I think there was way more murders. I don't know. Maybe not, but
Yeah, it's always tough. You never
tell.
know.
I guess the scale, though, they were doing it the old way. So,
I wonder. I certainly wonder.
no, yeah, I forgot about the tech.
I think it's very safe to assume that murders and rapes were significantly higher,
yeah.
especially during the Vikings.
That's
I think,
what I'm
I
saying.
think that was like their top thing.
I was bugging out today on the walk. I was like, damn, like,
But are we counting battle as murder, or are we talking murder just within your own society?
all battle.
Well,
battle.
then murder, we're at an all-time high.
I guess percentage though, like proportion to the civilization.
Are we does invading another country count
Yes.
as murder?
Yeah,
Well, then we got in our era we got a lot.
but per capita,
World War II is still
World War II is pretty bad. Yeah,
that was
World War II was
preposterous what
very
happened.
bad, yeah, fuck.
and
Well-
then even modern day Vietnam, Iraq, all that shit. That's a lot of peeps.
So yeah,
Proportionately, you're right though. Per capita.
per cap, and also I don't think they had much of a polite society. Like I think they were.
Now
like,
we're
they
talking
would-
like state, like just murder, like in the streets.
I'm talking. I guess everything: warfare, murder in the streets,
Because
rapping.
then we're talking Genghis Khan.
True.
Genghis came through and crushed the population.
Yeah, he was not the nicest guy.
He was not.
But that was what I was freaking out today. I was like, damn, if I was alive back then, I would have done all that terrible stuff.
No, you wouldn't.
There's no way.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, but dude, if I was a Viking, I thought about it today. If I was a
yeah.
Viking, I was like, dude, you're telling me if I'm a Viking, everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna light this place on fire and just
Definitely.
slam all the ladies. You'd
I
be
would
like,
not be opposed to lighting stuff on fire.
Yeah,
If they're like, we're gonna, even if I was in Vietnam and they were like, we're gonna burn this hut down,
yeah.
I'd be like, I'm gonna watch.
Well, that's what I tried to think about. I was like, would I, if I was like transported back into that ancient context, like, would I have been like, you know what, this is kind of fucked up? I don't know.
I think almost never.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's that age old thing.
Yeah, because they would be like,
That's
oh,
like a JP,
free girlfriends. They
Yeah,
would go through them like free girlfriends.
that's the one thing I always liked that Nazi documentary that History Channel had. That
Mhm.
was like, if you were a German, this is what you would have been doing.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Don't
turns
try
out
to act better.
Heidegger's a Nazi. I didn't know that. I was talking to Heidegger last week.
He was Nazi.
He was a Nazi. I read the like I finished the video I was watching on him and I was like, oh fuck, he was like an avowed Nazi.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Did he do anything?
No, his mentor was a Jewish guy, and the Jewish guy got kicked out of the
What a
universities.
bitch.
Yeah, his mentor, and then
Heidegger's a pussy, dude. His mentor was Jewish.
he's a dickhead. And then the Nazi party was like, we want to give you his job, and he was like, okay. And then the Jewish guy got kicked out. He took his job.
That's the hard part about the Germans back then is everyone had to be an avowed Nazi.
Yeah,
You
true.
had to be. Even if you didn't want to be, you had to be.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, damn, what if like Trump for real, like 200 years later, like he turned out, or he like maybe he was on like Hitler's early wave where he's like, this guy tells it how it is. And all of a sudden he killed all the Jews. And you're like, oh, I published so many papers in support of this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Literally
Fuck.
every episode, I was like, we're taking it back. Yeah. When you get into the Epstein stuff, that you gotta go. Oop, my bad.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That hurt. That was
was
tough
rough.
knowledge.
He was rough with an older lady. At least she was of age, but.
Truth, that helps. You can't
Yeah.
roughhouse a youngin.
Mm-mm.
But you can roughhouse a geese. Dude.
Also,
He
what do you-
roughhouse a
Do you,
solid
think he
geese,
was like
dude.
a belly punch, or what do you think he was up to?
He was just dogging too hard, dude. You know him.
Yeah, that was tough information to get. That was absolutely tough information.
Yeah, I think we've known it all along.
Yeah.
Deep down inside. I mean, there's literally videos of them like dancing with women. And everybody's like, no way.
True.
But that's part of the fun of all that stuff. Like when Billy and Spud were on the whole fucking, he only hung out with the staff.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That is very funny.
Like, obviously, Donald Trump did not only hang out with the staff.
Oh, yeah. He's a big
Obviously,
pussy
he was
hound.
in the middle of the party.
He also doesn't drink or anything. Doesn't do any drugs.
No, he's
so-
strictly a pussy hound.
Yeah, he's probably a pussy hound. Just went down there.
He's devoted all his evil to pussy getting.
But also, I mean, that would be if some guy was the pussy plug and you're like, nice. And then all of a sudden you just found out he was dabbling in little girls. You'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
That would be a heartbreaker. Also, the pussy plug always bothers me anyway.
Yeah.
There's some pussy plugs around here, and I keep my distance.
Really?
Anytime somebody rolls through with like 6 different whores,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always kind of like,
Yeah,
the
man.
whores is obviously a nasty way to put us.
I know what you're saying. But
Yeah.
no, dude, you know Unc won't even get into a fucking elevator with a girl by himself.
Which one?
I was watching Club Shay Shay, and he was like, bro, he was talking to Ocho Cinco. By the way, Ocho Cinco was a male stripper.
What were you calling him? Ocho Chino?
I thought his name was
Ocho
Ocho Chino. Ocho Cinco was a male stripper. Did
I
you know
believe
that?
it, dude. Ocho Chino has the moves. When
Yeah,
the
dude.
fuck was he doing that?
I don't know. They were talking about.
He was in the NFL. He went from Oregon State to the NFL.
I have no fucking clue because there's a whole clip of them online talking about like, did you ever get caught watching porn? And their thing of whatever their after hour, dude, their after hour show is just them talking about what their grandmama wouldn't tolerate. It's my favorite segment of anything. Like, you ever caught with porn? I've got caught with my grandma's. Like, she didn't play that. Oh, my grandma didn't play that either. My grandma would have kicked me out of the house. It's like, that's why he's comfortable.
I think he was an underage man at that
In
point.
1997,
Was he
said
really?
he was stripping in L.A.
Yeah, bro, he was a stripper.
because he couldn't live with his mama. He was short on his light bill. Them candles light him, and then he used to strip.
Yep. Yeah, Ocho Cinco, he goes, you know my past. Because he was saying, Shannon.
97?
Yeah, it says at the place called the Right Track. No bullshit.
Yeah.
And he said the big women tip you good.
Oh, I guess he was he only played 1 year at Oregon State.
Oh, really?
He went from JUCO, which is when he would have been stripping.
Damn.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he had to do what he had to do. He said that's why he's comfortable now around the ladies.
Mm.
He said he can wear his
He's
birthday
seen
suit.
them.
No, he's totally comfortable.
He's seen how they operate.
Shannon doesn't let the ladies see him naked.
Fuck yeah.
It's pretty
I fuck with
sick.
that.
I know.
He won't walk
Other
around.
than when they watch me scamper to the bathroom
Well, dude,
post coitus.
Their grandma, you couldn't be walking around with your shirt off, bro. At
Watch
your
me
grandmama's house. You
scamper.
can walk around with your shirt off in your grandmama's house.
Fuck no, I would never, dude.
The grandmamas are so
My grandma would be
straight.
like, "You're fat. You're fat, aren't you?"
Yeah, his grandma
You'll
wasn't playing
perish.
it. But they were talking about getting caught with porn. It was so fucking funny. Because they're like, nah, I don't watch that shit. And then eventually he would come out and be like, I mean, I stole some
I was a male
moves.
stripper.
I stole some, yeah. He's like, well, you know, I was a male stripper. And he's like, he said he stole moves from, I think, Wesley Pipes. He said he would like watch Wesley Pipes, peep all the kind of stuff he'd be saying. And he's like, I would just steal all of his lines and use it on girls. He would
Damn.
steal Pipes' moves and his lines.
That's a name I haven't heard in a dog's age.
I know.
Wesley Pipes, man.
The bros are on. Dude, did I talk about the Nat Turner interview from Adam 22?
There's somebody named Nat Turner. Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, I've been
Tell me about Nat Turner.
I've been watching.
That can't be a guy.
It is. Look up Nat Turner.
It's intentionally. Oh wait, is that his real last name?
No. That's his porn name. That's his fake porn name. Brian Pumper put him on.
The guy named Brian Bumper.
Yeah, Nat Turner has.
He's a fucking San Andreas character. Nat Turner is from the video game.
Matt, I love your encyclopedic black porn knowledge.
Well, dude, if you watch the, I mean, I did know all these guys, but if you watch the,
Adam 22 would come on this podcast.
oh my god, dude, he is so fucking
yeah.
funny. His
Would you
arc,
want him on here?
yeah, that'd be fantastic. His arc into porn guy is my favorite thing in the world to watch right now. But he had Nat Turner on, and apparently, who was the other guy, Lemaire, who like lost his mind? Was it Brian Pumper? Who was the guy who got in trouble?
Brian Pumper. You're a little pumper, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Brian Pumper got kicked out. Hold, I want to make sure I got the right guy. I think it is Pumper. Who was the guy who got in trouble and got like kicked out of porn because he was?
Hey, Brian Pumper's a beast.
Let me see his face. Let me see his face. Yes, that's him. Bro, Pumper got kicked out of porn because he was grabbing girls off the subway and then bringing them back and shooting videos, not STD testing them. Then he would go on shoots, which apparently is like not a good thing. Dude,
Yeah.
look up Brian Pumper's social media, dude.
Brian Pumper's a scary
Bro,
man.
his social media is so nice.
They all, for real, I guess this was probably, they were all active the years during San Andreas, but he's another San
Oh,
Andreas.
dude, he's crazy. I'll try to find his social media. It might be the funniest thing in the fucking world. Let me bust this thing up real quick. Yeah, dude, he's got to do his own independent thing. He got kicked out of the porn world because if you're like faking STD tests, you can get everyone else sick.
Yeah.
So he would prowl. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he would prowl the subways and like be like, I'm a porn star, find chicks, I'll give you money, and just no testing them, film himself raw dogging them. And then he started putting that stuff out. And then he would just go do like between whenever, I guess if he didn't get an assignment for a while, he would start putting his own content out. He was freelancing. But then I think the thing was too, like he was like hounding these chicks and putting them on the spot. And then like, all right, we'll go do it right now. So you can find a chick like all fucked up on the subway and be like, yo, I'll give you money right now to film you having sex. Slam them. Then you put them out on the internet and they're just kind of like, what the fuck? It was bad. Nat Turner wasn't down with that shit. But they came from the same hood. So
What was the hood?
it was like the Bronx or so. They were in
They're
like
in the
the New
Bronx.
York. Yeah. He also won't say Turner when he talks will say like skrills. He won't say like SH. It's all gotta be like discreets. Or ST. It's no STs. He's like, yeah, we're both from the streets.
Okay.
And he'll use that SKR. It's my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, he was a scribber.
A scribble.
But so they were both from the same hood in New York. And I think Nat Turner, he was in the street life, so he was getting arrested. And then he got out of jail, and he's like, all right, I'm staying out of jail this time. And then so he's just doing his thing, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden he would buy his porns off this guy, like a bootleg guy. He'd buy his porns off a bootleg man. And he was like, I think he was like, damn, Pumper was like kind of coming out. And they were from the same hood. And he goes, this crazy ass motherfucker's in porn. And then like there was apparently a cop in his.
Have you witnessed their power?
I've
sat
definitely
back-
seen Pumper.
you've done
I've never
research.
seen Turner. I've definitely seen Pumper work. Here's the thing: if Pumper wasn't such a weird ass motherfucker, he could have been.
He could have been an all-time
a legend.
Pumper.
He's too big of a weirdo though. Pumper's too
You
big.
tell
of
me
a weirdo.
Brian Pumper.
Brian Pumper. He's like I think he's like an autist.
Are we talking about our Brian?
The Brian Pumper. Yeah, apparently he's a big weirdo. Dude. But so he
Wait, Brian Pumper from the Bronx.
yes.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, dude. Turner's cool, dude.
Turner's cool.
Turner's as cool as they come. Everybody, he is not on any girls do not work with list. He's just cool. He did say he's kind of getting older now, so he's like, dude, you get to a point where like, he said whatever he is, like in his late 40s, he's like, they hit you with a girl and you're like, how old are you? And they're like 18. He's like, psh. He's like, I'd do it. But.
He puts his hard hat on. He goes. He picks up the lunch pail. He goes, "Hey, somebody's got to do it."
Yeah. He said it started getting kind of uncomfortable though. He's like, yeah. He goes, I just stopped asking. He goes, I didn't want to know. But he, what you gonna say, Lemire?
Did you know Turner was the guy who fucked Adam 22's wife in the video when she came back to porn?
Turner? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
It was him, brother. I just looked it up.
Was it Turner?
Yeah.
He just did an interview with him.
I mean, dude,
Nate Turner.
yeah, it's right here. He fucked Adam's wife.
What? I thought that was a different guy though. Oh, so Nate Turner got a turn? 'Cause I think it was a different guy initially. that set the whole thing off. Because Nat Turner doesn't like the guy who originally fucked Adam 22's wife, by the way.
I'm sorry. Just calling yourself Nat Turner is fucking insane.
Dude. That was another one. I was just in bed watching this on my phone, just giggling every time. It'd be just like, turn her. But dude, the way he started, he was buying porn from a bootleg man. And I think they started talking about Pumper. And then the bootleg man was like, you know that cop who's like always posted up right there? He's in porn too. So the guy went up to the dude. Oh no, it was Justin Slayer. That was the dude.
Dude, what the fuck? What is going on, dude?
Slayer's a legend. Dude, you have to watch the Nat Turner on Adam 22. It is the best interview. I swear to God, it's the best interview I've ever seen.
Who is this new guy? Slayer?
So I think
Lemaire.
Let me see. I think Slayer, I think was a cop, I believe.
Justin Slayer rules.
Justin Slayer
Justin
was
Slayer.
Yeah, Justin Slayer. Justin Slayer was a cop, I believe, a local cop.
Ew,
And
dude. You guys are fucked up.
it was just the interview, dude.
You know all these guys' names, dude.
From the interview.
Knowing porn stars' names is
Dude,
weird.
it's from
Knowing
the interview.
male black porn stars, you have a Rolodex of these guys. That's probably a guy's name.
It was from the interview. I'm saying.
You
They
talking
never
about
heard of
motherfucking
Justin
Rolodex?
Slayer, obviously, dude. But I couldn't put
I
a face to
had
the
never
guy.
heard of Justin Slayer. I'm sure I've passed his work.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you don't fucking. I've never watched a porn and been like, what was his name? I liked his truck. I know somebody has. You've searched porn by the mail?
Yeah.
That's fucking gross.
Well,
dude.
also here to be fair to me and Lemaire, if you're looking up black chicks, these guys come up a lot. So you see these guys, they come back and forth a lot.
I've seen the same honky porn stars a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know their names.
To be fair, the black dudes have better names. Nat Turner,
Yes.
Justin Slayer.
There's a little humper,
Brian
a little
Pumper.
pumper I've seen. A little pumper I've seen.
Pumper, I'm telling you, Pumper could have been
There's a little
so
pumper
great.
that hops around on a lot of these.
Pumper could have been great.
Little pumper's up to this guy's up to no good.
Dude, well, apparently Slayer invited Nat Turner to a party.
He's putting a hurting on these girls. He's really damaging these women.
Yeah. And he invited him to just like a freak party they were going to film. It was like a swingers thing.
Yeah.
And they liked the way he worked, so he got invited out to L.A. to do porn. He was like, nah, that's too weird. Like, whatever. I'm not doing that. And then he started getting up to his old tricks again in the streets, and he was like, I'm going to get arrested. So he just told his family, like, I got to do private security work. Went out to L.A. And his first, I swear to God, like 50 scenes were DPs. And he was like, now my hood, I'm from a street, so my hood, they weren't down with DPs. So he said his hood almost wouldn't even allow
It's kind of a
him.
universal thing.
Yeah, his hood.
Almost every hood. My hood would be shocked and appalled.
50, dude. Before he could even get any one-on-one, he had to do 50
My
DPs.
hood would go crazy.
Dude, he was like, my hood wasn't down with it at all. So he like, imagine nobody knows what you're up to, and all of a sudden you're just fucking DPing a lady online, and there's just 50 fucking videos. He had to do 50 DPs. He had to put in work, bro. That was him putting in work. That was him.
Fuck you.
That was him putting in work. And then he put in his time in, dude. He put his time in. And then he got to do the solo stuff. And that's when him and Pumper.
That's when he got to shine a little. Then, was there beefs between these guys, or was everyone kind of simpatico?
Turner on set, he would kind of roast everyone. That's just who he is.
He's a goofball.
He's just a dude from the streets. He's going to roast you if he sees you. Because all the male porn stars, you knew how much they made. And they'd have these huge fake chains. And he'd always start roasting people, being like, dude, that shit's not real, blah, 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 blah.
I doubt they couldn't have been getting paid. Although those guys they seem like that's the steroid era too.
Oh, true.
This is the steroid era of porn. These guys.
I think they were getting like, when they got big, they'd probably get like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it was only for a little bit. It wasn't. He made a living because he did it, dude. Turner was doing porn for like 25 years, and he goes, he claims he doesn't take boner pills because he goes, that's a real thing. He said his first solo shoot, he said he went soft. He goes, it's so hard. He goes, everyone talks shit, like throw me in there. He goes, dude, it's so hard.
That'd be the worst. That's one of the last things on earth I would ever do.
Yeah, man, it'd be
Everyone's
hard.
like, man, that's a dream job.
Yeah, like
that's
must be nice.
It's disgusting.
He said you're just you and the star. You got to get a night. The
I don't like
co-star.
podcasting with a camera.
Imagine if we had to keep boners on camera
Go
this
like
whole time.
Like Barstool Studio, the lights are just the brightest lights.
Yeah.
Like, that's the porn lights.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
And what happened too, like I don't know if you know, but he was actually dating Jada Fire for a while. But like, sorry.
Jada
She was Jada Fire.
Jada Fire.
She was the baddest
She
in the game. He
rules.
claimed she was the baddest in the game, but
Why was she so good?
I don't know.
Lemaire, what? Oh my god, dude. Fucking beat it with this shit.
Well, here's the thing.
She was a workhorse, brother.
Dude, hold on. Every porn star, if you look at them at the end of their career, looks terrible.
She's attractive.
You got to go back to the OG pics. Yeah, that's pretty tight, actually. But you got to go to the OG.
She must have been
pics.
up to something.
Yes, dude. You're looking at the old pics. Porn stars age. I mean, they age in total dog years. You can't look at an old porn star picture. It's just like, fuck, man. I'm so sorry. But what happened is he said the guys would get crushes on the female porn stars, and the female porn stars had all the money. But the dudes would start to try to compete for their love while like each of them pumping them out. He was like, there was a lot. He was like, there was a lot on the line.
Jersey Drake made fun of Jada Fire.
What'd he say?
There was, I guess, there was an Instagram live with Drake on Joe Budden Live. They were both being horny for Jada Fire, and then frying her once they saw what she really looks like now.
I've told you, they were being horny for Fire. Then they had dude. Every female porn star either they I'm not gonna say, but they do stuff. They look terrible, or they hit the button.
I don't like this type of talk.
I hear you. It's not good. But all I'm saying is the reality of them competing to like try to get them as girlfriends, because they'd all would smash them and they'd be like, I'm the best. It's like a insane world that I never even thought about, some of that stuff. Because you'd be chilling afterwards, you'd be like, I want to make Jada Fire my girlfriend, and you'd have to like figure out a way to like be friends or whatever. It was pretty nuts. The interview was pretty fascinating. How he would like date chicks and have to eventually tell them like, I am a porn star.
Pumper could never touch Johnny Sins, dude.
Dude,
I'm trying to think of one
who
male porn
sins?
star.
I don't know who sins.
Sins,
No.
bro.
I don't know Sins.
Does he lay it down? He doesn't lay it down like Pumper.
He's not like, what guy? There's
Pumper's
Rocco,
loving the game.
dude. You gotta
Pumper's
name-
scraping the
There's
subway.
a guy named Rocco.
Rocco Siffredi. That's the goat white. You guys don't know Rocco?
I have to see him.
He's the guy who just like steps on girls' heads.
I don't like that stuff.
Rocco Siffredi.
Let me see.
Don't click images. Because you can get hit with one.
Is that Rocco Siffredi?
Ew, Lemaire.
Does he look like Mr.
This is
Clean?
fucking. You're gay, dude.
No way.
I'm telling you, dude, the Nat Turner interview is unbelievable. It's one of the funniest stories
Nat Turner,
I've ever
a
heard.
guy who believed he was a prophet and led a slave revolt. Only 150 years later to be named after a fucking.
Nat Turner. Oh my god. Yeah, he said he gets recognized by dudes, and he says the funniest things. He'll be walking, and dude will go stare at him like, "Where do I
Yeah.
know you from, bro?" And he'd be like, "I don't know." He'd be like, "I'd be doing pornos." And the guy's like, "Oh shit." But yeah, it was. I'm telling you, unbelievable. Adam 22.
That's an awesome interview.
Adam 22's foray into the porn world is one of the fun. It makes for the funniest interviews possible. I need to see what's under that hood, bro. It's crazy, dude. Just to sit black guys down and be like, "How big's your dick?" So funny.
He's doing crowd work.
Yeah.
He's doing crowd work.
And that's the other thing he'll say too. A lot of these guys too are very like pause heavy. Turner's very pause heavy, and then like they talk about 22 will talk about like the total package. Like he could have been great. He's good charisma, big ass dick, and then Turner will be like, yo, pause. I don't like talking about dude shit like that, dude. It's so fucking funny. I mean, yeah, you got a big dick, and he's just like, okay. I don't really know about all that. But it's the best.
Fuck, there was another male porn star. I remember.
I swear to God, I've never heard of Turner. I saw him in the interview, and I'm like, maybe I've seen you before. Pumper, I knew. I've
I swear
definitely
he had
seen
like an
Pumper.
author's name.
That's
Oh, James Dean, not an author.
the actor
James Dean.
James Dean. Let me see these.
Old
Bros.
Jimmy Dean. Didn't he get Me Too? I think Jimmy T. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. A lot of those guys are.
I gotta find the name of that little pumper. He's
I
around.
remember. I think it's like Gordo or something.
I would have never.
A
guessed
lot,
his
a
name.
lot of I think and uncertainty, a lot of feigned
Gordo.
uncertainty on this podcast. Oh, I don't know what's his name. Gordo. I think it's like
I thought he was. I thought Jimmy Dean was named after. For some reason, I was thinking Catcher in the Rye, something with that.
Sound. What was the guy's
Not
name?
Sounder. What was that kid's name in that?
Holden Caulfield.
Holding. Yeah, that can't be it.
Well, I know why you think it was
Author?
yeah,
Why?
because there's a comedian who had sex with James Dean and she changed her name
To
Gwen Derringer.
yes, dude. That's it.
Ah.
Wow, I remember. That's a crazy
nice.
connection.
Lemaire, you might be the oracle on the porn.
No, that would have been the only time I searched that guy because I wanted to see this lady that did open mics with us fucking.
What?
Yes, that would have been
Ah.
8 years ago. That's why I was like, Catcher in the Rye. What am I thinking about? That's wild, man. My brain's mush, but that,
I mean, it's good.
That was
that
one
your,
memory.
Your brain's, I think,
My
doing a
brain was
good
trying
job
to-
of like, we don't
Yeah.
need this. And you're like, get it back, get it back. Who that?
Gordy.
That's a little humble.
Ew. I know, it's fun to just shame people whenever they
Yeah, it
do
is.
that.
It is good. It's nice to do that.
Yeah, it's fun to shame your friends.
But yeah, I swear by it. It might be one of my favorite interviews I've ever seen.
I think you're onto something, and that's right up your
And
alley.
turn
And
her,
your
dude.
enthusiasm for it makes it even funnier. It's
It
fun to
is.
watch.
It's unbelievable. I watch the whole thing. Me and Blizz share videos like this.
Blizz would get
constantly.
pumped on
Blizz,
this.
he's the one who got me into Adam 22.
I
And
did a podcast with Adam 22.
Did you really?
Yeah, he
When
saw
was
what's under the hood, dude.
He's peak.
No, I did Legion of Skanks, and he was on it.
That's
Yes.
nice. I forgot about that.
I'd never heard of him.
He's the man, dude.
He was very, very nice. He
yeah,
was cool.
He's the man.
Yeah, he was cool.
He's a great interviewer too.
Wonderful interview. He's the next Joe Rogan.
I can see it. Unless his perversions get the best of him.
If they haven't yet,
True. I mean, or he made a
might
living
have
out of it.
mastered his perversion.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he absolutely did. But yeah, he's him in the porn world, man. Can't wait to see what he does. Can't wait to see his dick. I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm just giving him a little taste of his own medicine, dude.
We're gonna have to see what's under the hood when he gets here. I got a feeling he's gonna pop the hood. I bet he pops the hood,
actually
dude. He's a wild bull.
He is pretty wild, and he's
And
used
we're
to
not
that set
having
life.
that in my living room.
He's used
dude.
to that set life too.
Yeah.
He's on porn
And
sites.
this is like where they film porn, just an Airbnb house.
Yeah, he'd be so comfortable getting naked.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
did an all naked podcast with Adam 22.
You have to blur out my nipples too. You have to blur out everyone else's dicks and my tits. But leave my balls. Only have one pixel on my penis and then just a sack. Oh man.
Well, sorry
Oh
to
man.
give you guys
Oh
a spur. I
man.
can't believe I never talked about that. I can now just push that out of my
Now
head.
it's gone.
It's gone. I'm done with
You're
it.
done with Pumper and Turner.
Turner.
And Turner.
Oh my god.
Justin Slayer. You said that was your goat, right?
Slayer put him
Oh,
on.
you said he was a DC goat?
Who's your goat?
I said DC Go. Yeah.
You know where he's from?
No, because I
I think
there was
Slayer's
another-
from New York.
Yeah, there was another guy who I thought it was who was like the same name. You never like because like some guys like they have sex with girls you like, you know.
Hate those guys.
Yeah. Those are the worst guys on earth.
So you gotta search them. All right.
It's all right.
Oh,
You're allowed
man.
to search whatever you want
Yeah, I'm
on
not
there.
judging you, man.
Yeah, man. It's 2024, dude.
So you would search a guy and then fuck your brother's pocket pussy in your grandma's house, then plop down on an air mattress and go, "Hey, another day."
Ooh, I'm exhausted. I
Well-
mean, I just admire the craft. That's all. I'm like Adam. I just admire the showmanship, the craft. It's not as easy as guys think.
I totally agree with that. I can't
You
imagine.
just got to get through it. You and the girl you're working with, you got to just be professional. I'm a professional, dude. You got to be able to stay hard as hell. But he's a bit of an info though, so it was a little easy. He's a bit of an info. So
Well,
thank you guys.
I mean, that's just shifting gears. Going from the last pod to this one.
I know.
That's just shifting gears
I
into the
know.
Patreon. God bless. Oh, Matt. Oh, never mind. We'll get those in the ads.
yeah, we'll do the
All
ads.
right. Thank you.
Bye.
Yes.
Yo. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. hanging out, hanging out.
What
hanging
the
out.
fuck, dude? We're here
I'm
with
in a great-
Nick
I'm just in a
Bryant.
silly
You're
mood.
just
I'm in a
you're
very silly
wacky
mood.
man
I'm
today.
a wacky man. I'm in a very light mood.
Well,
I just read. You ever read Thomas Merton before?
I have read Thomas Merton.
I finished his book, Seven Story Mountain.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
what's it about?
Oh, it's about this guy who becomes a Trappist monk and how his whole journey, like basically, kind of draft dodged. Honestly, he was facing World War II, and he was
He was
like,
like,
maybe
"Actually, I'm
I
a monk.
will become.
I'm actually a monk.
And he's pretty clear about it. He was like, I was just going to check it out, and they're like, they'll give you one more month to get your affairs in order. And he's like, yeah, monk it is. And his brother went actually and died as a pilot, and he wrote a very beautiful poem for his brother at the end of the book.
Oh,
It
damn.
was about his like brother's dead body that's just charred up in the middle of some field.
Jesus
Pretty
Christ.
great. It's a beautiful book though.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He embraced Eastern philosophy
Yeah.
and Buddhism, and he was like the first major religious heavyweight in the West to do that. So that his writings are actually still pretty popular.
Yeah. So either way, that's why I'm in a very light mood. I finished it last
Buoyant.
night.
Thomas Merton has made you buoyant.
It has.
All
He's lifted me above just this absolute terrible society that we're all trapped in.
Well, I'm sure our discussion will bring you back down to earth.
Yeah,
and,
let's talk Diddy.
Put you in the seventh circle of Dante's Inferno.
Yeah. So you did a deep dive on the diddler himself.
P. Diddy, yes. You know, it's kind of interesting. I like to stick to facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching people talk about P. Diddy, and some guy says this, and there's just been this rabid speculation. And then I think I've even seen the Illuminati, that he's part of the Illuminati or something like that.
That's Jay-Z.
And yes. And so I decided to take a deep dive into P. Diddy. I got his lawsuits, the 5 lawsuits that were pending against him. I read them. And 2 of those lawsuits were initiated by women who were minors at the time. I mean, he was really into roofing young girls.
Yeah.
And molesting them. And one of the girls that he roofied, he took video of him doing a Bill Cosby on her, and then showed it to a bunch of his friends after. And so he's kind of a nasty piece of work. But all his homes were equipped with hidden cameras.
Yeah. Remind you of anyone?
Yeah, really.
So people are comparing him to Epstein. Now it's going to be interesting because I believe that he's going to take the fall for a lot.
You think he's going
Yeah,
down?
I think he's going to take the fall for a lot of people because there are. I mean, he was
Very unlike Diddy, though. He let Shine go to.
True. Well, actually, that was like almost like a real trial. I think this one's going to be very carefully choreographed, and some other, like maybe his sons may go down. I mean, his sons seem to be rapists too. So it's kind of interesting. But where the 2 interconnect, it's kind of, which is what I found out is Damian Williams is the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. And he was the one that covered up the Epstein trial. Mm-hmm. His district oversaw that investigation, and they only called 4 witnesses. And those victims had only been molested by Epstein and Maxwell. They didn't call any witnesses that were molested by any of the power brokers that Epstein was pandering to.
Is this the original trial where they sealed it, or his most recent one?
No, the last one.
Okay,
actually, Maxwell's trial.
Gotcha.
He was going to prosecute Epstein too, but Epstein, his death kind of precluded that.
True, yeah.
But yes, that trial was totally choreographed, and it was a total fix. I mean, Maxwell should have been indicted on multiple counts of child trafficking. And the procurers should have been, they could have done a RICO with it, where you get the procurers, you indict them on 10 counts of child trafficking, they're looking at 1,000 years, and then they roll over on the big fish. And that did not happen in that case at all. They kept it very tight, and only Maxwell was the one that went down. Now that guy is the guy, and because it's kind of strange that P. Diddy's homes in LA and Miami were the ones that were searched, but that search warrant emanated from the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams. So he's taking the helm of the P. Diddy
he's in
case.
control of all. Yeah, that's
And
kind of nuts.
So that's why I know that the fix is in with P. Diddy. But this is also interesting. Damian Williams went to Yale Law School on a grant from the Soroses.
What?
And where it gets a little interesting is Peter Soros, their kid, is in Epstein's black book, and he's circled twice. Now, being circled incriminates you because the house manager who ripped off the black book circled all the people that he thought were in cahoots with Epstein, and Peter Soros is circled twice. So that's kind of a conflict of interest, but I don't think that really matters.
So why are the penalties so low? So she got 20 years, right, for trafficking kids?
Yeah.
Because if you look up, you hear about guys musting kids, they get out a lot of times. Like did you see the Nickelodeon thing?
Yeah.
Well, they would get out after like
Pickle
6
Boy?
Yeah, Pickle Boy. They would do
Pickle
why?
Boy.
How is the
Free
law
my man
set up?
Pickle Boy, dude. Free
right,
my
dude.
man Pickle Boy.
Roof him, dude. Put him under the jail, dude.
Yeah, he's
How,
back.
how is it that the penalties are only like 6 years for that versus like you would think like
Dude, we were watching. We watched Zodiac last night. The alleged Zodiac killer,
yeah.
Lee Allen or whatever.
Yeah.
He got in the middle of being the Zodiac, allegedly.
Yeah.
He got arrested working at a school for molesting children. He went to jail for like 3 years.
Yeah, why is the penalty so low for that?
Got out, went right back to writing Zodiac letters and killing people. Anyway,
Jerk.
yeah, you get like 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I have no idea why the law is set up that way. You would think, like I always say, like, who would you rather live next to, and that should be the law. How long you go to jail for? Pedophiles, 100 years. 100
Well, I
years.
mean, it's
that's a-
not 4.
it's a 15 to life
yeah.
sentence. So I'm sure that if you're living in a trailer park and you molest a girl, that they'll put you away for life.
Yeah.
But it's a little different with the people that run our world, I guess.
Or it's a life sentence to live with your mom. I think that's the life sentence. Life sentence, your mother's basement for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you gotta go home.
I would off myself
grounded.
before that happened.
You just get grounded, I guess, if you're a pedophile. But yeah, that's crazy. Maxwell was like, she was famous for it. You'd think they'd make an example out of her for a long time. You were saying she's in a dormitory now?
She's in a dormitory. And the dormitories are generally for people that have done time and been exemplary prisoners and are about to get out. But she's right in a dormitory now.
That's
So
crazy.
And she got how many years?
she got 20 years.
Do you think how many of those do you think she's serving?
Well, in the Fed system, I mean, not that this is going to really count.
Yeah.
In the Fed system, you've got to do 85% of your time. So she should end up doing like 27 years or 17 years.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, she kept her mouth shut, and she's got a lot of money that's waiting for her. And I think that was kind of the deal. This is just my opinion. My surmise is
Yeah.
they sat Maxwell down. They said, Ghislaine, you've done some really good stuff for us. You've enabled us to blackmail a lot of people. But, if you keep your mouth shut, you won't end up like Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, you're going to have to do some time,
Yeah.
but then you're going to have lots of money when you get out.
Yeah, maybe she'll have her own like Target line. She'll have like home goods Target line. Buy Ghislaine Maxwell.
I was thinking, I don't know if Target would stoop that. Maybe Walmart should have her own Walmart line. I'm a Minnesotan, and Target began in Minnesota.
True,
so
true.
I have kind of a
My bad.
special affinity
Excuse
for. Although what's kind of strange is I think Walmart and Target are kind of a jump ball, but as far as like quality and service and things like that. But people in New York actually have Target bags. It's almost chic to have like a Target bag. I've never ever seen a Walmart bag, someone using a Walmart bag in New York.
Yeah, they'll walk around. Usually they're homeless if they're walking around.
Yeah, if you got the Walmart bag, things
That
aren't
is
going
not.
well.
Yeah, that's not a Louis Vuitton purse by any means.
Well, actually, I saw a homeless guy in New York a couple of weeks ago. He had like 8 Target bags. So
So he was doing well.
homeless chic. Yeah.
Well, so the Diddy thing, you think Diddy's go? I wonder. I don't think Diddy thinks he's gonna go down.
Where do you get that?
I just think about it because it's like they were saying like, well, they were like he could just flee the country, but I was like, I don't think he thinks he's gonna.
Somebody just told me that. They're like, Matt said he doesn't think he's going down. I was like, hey, is Matt fucking talking to him?
No, I'm just saying like because otherwise you think he would flee, but if he's, I don't know.
I think he is I think the boys got him.
He invented the remix, dude. You think he's not going down?
Now that's a valid point.
Because otherwise, he has the means to. He's a flight risk. He could take off.
I would think that there's a eye in the sky on P. Diddy.
You think it's like, okay, that makes
I
sense.
think the people that raided his house are
Yeah, true.
pretty powerful.
True.
I think they got a good location on that guy.
Yeah.
They're like, we know you got blackmail stuff. That's what I heard. I heard they raided the house to get the
blackmail material.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing happened with Epstein, where they drilled his safe and they pulled out hundreds of DVDs.
What?
And I've done freedom of information requests on. I didn't, of course, want the DVDs because who knows, what licentious, nefarious things they're filled with. But I did ask for reports on the DVDs.
I've been having a tough time getting Pornhub down here. I might need the Epstein DVDs.
The box set.
The box set, dude. Get the portable DVD player going in the bathroom.
Well, if I ever get the DVDs, I'll
Toss me the good ones. Toss me the good ones.
So
You scrub the bad stuff and
Get rid of the bad stuff.
it's kind of funny. When Epstein died, the Fed said the case was closed.
yeah.
So then I put in a FOIA for the reports, and then they said the case is ongoing.
Oh, really?
And then I did it again. I don't know, about 3 months ago, and then again they said the case is ongoing. I mean, the guy's in the ground and rotting,
Yeah,
but the case is
true.
ongoing. So
Trying to see that Stephen Hawking. I'm trying to see
I want
him
to see Stephen
thunderclap.
Hawking fucking
that would have been tough.
reverse
I think.
forward, reverse forward. Just
Back that thing up, dude.
Maybe-
back it up, Terry.
Hawkins might know some stuff about physics that we don't have a clue about.
True.
So, yeah,
True.
You never know.
Sexually, he could
Yeah,
Hawkins.
get a little wormhole going.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So he got. So Diddy, I know who was implicated in Diddy's was Cuba Gooding Jr. got hit pretty hard. Everyone thinks Meek Mill is involved just because he was like, they named basically his circumstances. But what was like the worst one? Because I knew he had the case against Cassie that you're saying he had the underage people. Then
Well,
there
it was
the
Little Rod.
producer. Little Rod. That was the most fascinating one.
That was the last one. And
Yeah.
Little Rod, I mean, it's kind of interesting because they've done 3 addendums. His attorneys have done 3 addendums to his initial statement. And each one is getting more salacious
Oh,
and nefarious.
because the first one was pretty bad. That was,
The
Was
first
Lil Rod with Cuba Gooding?
What's that?
yes.
Is he the one that
Yeah.
Cuba got?
Yeah.
Yep. Cuba got him.
More like Cuba batting,
Sure.
if you ask me.
It's kind of interesting on that link that I sent you. It's
Come on, this is all I got.
the link that I sent you. It was Diddy and his kid Justin took a rapper. We only know the guy's name is G, and took him into the bathroom, and then multiple shots rang out, and
Yeah.
then the door opened, and G just happened to be bleeding from his abdomen, and Diddy told Jones, don't say I had anything to do with this, and I got to leave and take
Yeah.
off. And then Jones was taken out. It was at Diddy's studio. Jones was taken out of the studio, and the cops were called. And I've got a news article that says that G was shot outside the studio. But Jones took pictures of the bathroom.
Of the blood in the bathroom.
And
I saw that.
There's a bunch of blood in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that shooting people, that's probably against the law too. It's hard.
Yeah, he's.
But Diddy's head of security, Fahim Muhammad, he was head of security for Michael Jackson. So there's a dude that knows how to keep secrets. And according to Jones, he's a fixer. He's really tied into the LAPD. And what's really interesting with that is, Michael Jackson was getting prescription drugs from all over, and he was using pseudonyms like Josephine Baker, and I think Jack London was one of them. But then Fahim Muhammad's name is right there as far as one of the people that was providing Jackson with drugs. And nothing happened to Muhammad. The doctor had some problems that was prescribing them, but nothing happened to Fahim Muhammad. So, and Jones maintains that he's like a superlative adept fixer, that he's got connections in the LAPD that can make either problems or people go away.
Damn. Damn. I think Diddy got too pumped on Empire. I think that might have been what happened. He might have watched Empire
good
too many
show,
times.
dude.
Freaked out.
Shoot a guy in the stomach in front of your son. Like, this is our empire. Dude.
Well, the
This is how I
son's
hold it down.
busted. I heard the son is like for sure getting busted on one
Well,
of the
the
things.
last lawsuit is against the son,
Yeah.
and it was Diddy rented a yacht, and some woman said that she had been molested. That the woman Diddy's implicated because the woman said that Diddy set up a environment where these workers were going to get molested, and this woman,
Put him on a yacht.
put him on a yacht. There's no way to go.
Yeah.
That's the implication.
Damn. Well, Diddy's going down. You heard it first. I didn't know. I was like, maybe they don't have enough solid stuff on him. So just a lot of it is like a lot of hearsay. But yeah, it seems like he's gonna go to jail. He's gonna go there.
I think he's getting
Kells,
Epstein.
Kells is out, but Kells, Diddy. Damn.
Well-
Think he's gonna get killed?
Yeah, probably, right? If he does
I don't know. They're going to probably give him the Ghislaine Maxwell talk. Well, did some bad things, and it all depends upon who he's compromising people for, because there's enough information that his homes had hidden cameras that I actually believe that his homes had hidden cameras. So I just don't think that he was blackmailing people for himself.
Yeah.
Now, what's really interesting is the guy that he started Bad Boy Records with is Clive Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And Clive Davis has an interesting criminal history. He was charged with not paying his taxes in 71, 72, and 73. He was head of CBS Records. And he was busted embezzling $94,000 from CBS Records. And the guy that he was using was a Genovese crime family named Pasquale Falcone. And how they intersected with, this is kind of interesting, how they intersected with Davis is Falcone was smuggling 22 pounds of heroin into the United States. And then they started looking at Falcone, and then they saw that he was doing these illegalities with Clive Davis. And then he also shelled out $250,000 for payola. That's giving kickbacks to radio stations, which is totally illegal.
Yeah.
But he did all these things, Clive Davis, he did all these things, and he walked. The dude never spent a day in jail.
Oh, then he teamed up with the Diddler. That makes sense.
And then he came out with the
The
Diddler.
feds,
Yeah.
the feds said,
Yeah, that was the connection.
we need you. We need the diddler.
Damn.
So you've got it's an interesting alchemy right now with P. Diddy. You've got his head of security, who is a fixer, who knows how to keep secrets about child abuse. You've got Clive Davis, who has been busted on innumerable things and felonies and not spend a day in jail. And then you've got a U.S. attorney that likes to cover up child abuse. So it's a pretty interesting alchemy to see how those things all turn out.
What do you think about Jay-Z? Nothing on him yet at all?
There's a lot of innuendo about this person or that person. Like Diddy says when he was sued by his girlfriend Cassandra, Cassie Ventura. According to Jones, he says, well, I've got enough leverage on Bishop T.D. Jakes to get him to go to bat for me and say I'm a good guy and nice guy. And now Bishop T.D. Jakes, he's got a real estate empire. I mean, he's got a mega church in Dallas, but he's got like a real estate empire. And now one person on Twitter said that he's gay. So then the next thing, everybody in the news
That's
saying,
pretty good, though.
yeah,
If
and he's blackmailing T.D. Jakes because he likes little boys,
Yeah.
or whatever. So
One guy calling you gay on Twitter. That might be the straightest guy on earth.
and the person said, well, it's right there on Twitter.
Yeah.
So now here's a guy that's worth millions of dollars, and he just did a deal with Wells Fargo that could be up to $1 billion in housing. So, and he's a preacher, which his being a media mogul and also a real estate baron. It seems a little at odds with preaching. I mean, not when you get to the evangelical side and you're on television, I guess not.
Yeah, megachurch and megachurches are like basically businesses and stuff where you can, you just get a guy and be like, yo, fund me. I'm going to start 10 more of these things.
I got to meet Jim and Tammy Baker once. Not really the highlight of my life, but it was interesting. A friend of mine was an Herbalife distributor, and the feds busted him.
What? For what?
Dispensing Herbalife, marijuana.
Oh, he wasn't actually Herbalife, yeah.
This is before, I used to call it Herbalife now, but that reference is kind of lost.
He used to dispense Herbalife.
There was actually something called Herbalife.
I benefited financially.
There was actually something called Herbalife, but you guys are too young to know about that. When you get old and crusty like me, there's a lot of references.
I remember Herbalife. The guys, there was this couple that would stand in the back of the church, and they had pins that said "Lose weight now, ask me how." And they would stand in the back of the church.
At Catholic church? Yeah. Get them out of there. They're selling their wares.
I know. I almost flipped. If they had tables, I would flip the tables. But yeah, it was this couple, and they had the guy with like a skinny guy with a mustache and the lady with 80s hair, and they were just standing in the back, and they looked great. I'll be honest. They were both good. Looking pretty slender. Yeah.
So a buddy of mine,
Instagram. You had to just go stand in public and go,
lose weight.
I know secrets. There's secret drugs you can take. Everything will be better.
It was just a veteran, probably. Yeah.
Try crystal meth.
Yeah.
An Herbalife together, you will lose weight. So I was visiting a buddy of mine in the federal prison in Rochester, Minnesota, which is kind of like a club fed. A lot of mafia guys end up there, and when you visit someone, at least in this prison, they put you in a little group and then they escort you across this courtyard. And I was in the same group as Tammy Faye. And she looked like, she does when she's live, she looks like maybe an Avon train wreck or something like that. I mean, she's definitely putting on her makeup with a trowel.
Yeah.
And I wondered why Jim Baker got, he was originally like 100 years or something. I mean, it was appealed and got knocked down, and she got nothing. But when I met them both, so I was talking to my buddy, and
what they did, they were like a mega, what do they do?
Well, they had a mega church. And
they got arrested?
Well, he got arrested for embezzling and all kinds of other things. Right. And he was building like a born again. Damn. Yeah, there we go. There's
like a secretary from the Drew Carey show.
Yeah, it really is, dude. It's exactly that. That's crazy. Cleveland rocks.
So I was visiting my buddy, and then she came and sat next to Jim, and I was sitting next to my buddy, and he had this sinister grin on his face. I mean, there was something kind of malignant about him. And what I felt about Tammy was, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to go up to like this desk and they'd give you a key. And then, and I watched her go up to this desk. And the only thing I could think of, and I'm not trying to be disparaging here,
sure.
But the only thing I could think of is she's really a fucked up person. I mean, that's really what I felt. Honest. I mean, and he's sinister. And now he's got his own evangelical show again.
Oh, he got out, and now he's back to the same thing. So what was her deal, though? Was she there just to visit him?
To visit him, yeah. And she ultimately...
Herbalife. Just dumped out some Herbalife.
Did they get conjugals? Did he get conjugals in there? I bet he was smiling.
Conjugals I don't think there's any more conjugals left.
They don't do that anymore?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, of course, prisoners have their own conjugal thing.
True.
But,
true that.
Of a certain stripe. But, well, so Jim Baker's got his own show now. And you would think with all that scandal, and I was also told that Jim, I probably shouldn't say this because it is derogatory and defaming, but I was told that Jim spent a lot of time on his knees when he was in prison.
Really?
Praying.
Yeah.
Damn, who told you that?
Some people that did time with him.
Damn.
So
probably, I mean, his enthusiasm was probably great.
True.
So now that I know these,
got to take it out. Come out of this.
so now that I know these
demon
things
out of
about
this man.
Jim,
Just anointing himself with the chrism, dude.
Running around after he gets the facial.
That is insane. I mean, again, I know what you're saying. You don't want to implicate yourself in any kind of negative smearing, but as just a joke, it's very funny for a mega church pastor to be pulling it out of guys in prison.
well,
Say your name, demons.
Be out.
Be gone from this man. Oh Lord. Oh.
mega church pastors get into a lot of those problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all freaks.
Yeah, it's and I feel sorry for the people that believe in them and then ultimately end up giving them tons of money. And
Yeah.
there was an article. It was either Time or Newsweek did an article because Jim Baker would go out with all these prostitutes, and then he would have them do stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, and there was one prostitute that said, I've got 2 kids, and I wouldn't let them near that guy. So, and here he is preaching to millions of people every Sunday.
Really? She was like, he was too,
I guess he's got some aberrations.
some requests.
Time magazine and or Newsweek, I can't remember which one, really didn't delineate on those aberrations, but I think that we can, from the anecdote that I've told you about is stay in prison, I think we can maybe extrapolate.
True.
Well.
Yeah. Probably some.
All right, so final thoughts on the diddler?
I think he's going to go down. But here's the thing. Diddy just didn't have musician friends, but he was plugged into politics, not quite like Epstein.
Vote or die.
But
Oh,
even-
yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, he was old. He was, yeah.
Yeah, true.
and he also had a lot of sports people too. So going to he had regular parties and then he had what he called freak off parties.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see if any other people are going to go down. And the feds can be very persuasive. I mean, they can say, Diddy, you made a lot of money. I mean, we can take it all.
Yeah, true.
And put you away for 1 million years, and then, or else you can go gently into that good night, and you can keep your money, and we won't arrest half your family.
Damn.
I wrote a book called Confessions of a DC Madam, and it was about a guy who ran a gay escort service in Washington, D.C., and there was a CIA asset that would use his escorts to frame closeted guys. It was a blackmail operation. And here's the guy, he was a mortician.
That
And
sucks. So, just being a guy fucking a gay prostitute and then be like, gotcha. And be like, fuck. We filmed you.
That would for real.
it's so
suck.
with Henry, he was a mortician, but he was raised in like the southern corner of West Virginia where people, preach with snakes and things like that. And so Henry moved to DC and he'd been closeted this whole time. And then through a weird set of circumstances, he bought an gay escort service. And from a guy that was dying. And Henry is really brilliant as far as a marketer. So what he did is he opened up the yellow pages and he started calling all the escort services, which are generally fly-by-night operations. And if the phone was disconnected, he'd call up the telephone companies and he'd say, I'll pay for the arrears. So he ended up with like half the escorts in the DC yellow pages.
True arrears.
True, yeah.
Rear enders. Butt sex.
So his dying friend was like, "Yo, I'll sell you. I'll give it a fire
it was
sale
actually
on a stable full
it
of
was
gay
someone he
men."
met who was like a gay version of the Chippendales.
Well,
Introduced him to this guy. So, and he just and there was a guy. Okay, so with Henry. Now, here's a guy that was running a gay escort service. I mean, all he was doing is running a gay escort service.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
And
not
he was
buying-
gay too. You said
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
gay,
he's
he was
gay.
closeted, and then
Yeah.
he bought.
He's an innocuous guy. He's a very
Sure.
gentle guy, very quiet, unassuming. I mean,
Yeah, gay.
yeah, you would never know that.
I know,
if you
yeah.
just met him, you'd never know
Sure,
the kind of
sure.
history he had. So he was indicted on 46 RICO counts.
Damn.
So he was looking at 395 years in prison. And this is what the feds said to him. Henry, we've used your escorts to compromise a lot of guys, and we appreciate that. And we're going to make a deal with you. We can put you away for 295 years with all these RICO indictments.
Yeah. And that's in gay years or regular gay years? That's like 20 in regulars straight.
So they said, Henry, we'll give you a consolation prize. You keep your mouth shut and we'll only put you away for 5 years.
Whoa.
So he took the deal. But he was totally sold down the river by his attorney, who was Greta Van Susteren. I mean, what she did to him was pretty egregious.
What'd she do?
She basically sold him out to the government. Anything that the government wanted to do,
It sucks.
she allowed them to do. And she's a Scientologist. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Damn, dude.
But she got Henry to go to like Scientology boot camp and get cleared. He actually, if
He got clear?
Once you're cleared, you get a blue cake, and then Henry actually got a blue cake. But then he had to go back and get sentenced, and
Oh, he got clear before he went to jail.
yeah, he had some time.
Got blue caked.
He got
He had some time to get cleared before he went to prison.
That's cool.
But that's what happened with him, is that he was made that deal, and I can see Diddy being made that deal.
Gotcha. That makes sense. He's gonna, the power brokers will.
Yeah.
I mean, how about people just stop being sexually impious, and we wouldn't have these problems.
Speak for yourself.
I think in this day and age, that's kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, well, I feel like now they can just grab the web history off people. They can just snag your Pornhubs and be like, yo.
I'm really glad that I was a wild kid in my youth. And I'm really glad that smartphones weren't around in my youth. And YouTube wasn't around, or else I don't know if I'd be able to be a journalist, a respected journalist today. I mean, not that I'm that respected, but I'm somewhat respected.
You're on this podcast, so that's pretty good.
True. Yeah, no,
This is
being
where all the
plugged in,
respected journalists go.
being plugged into phone porn from 12 is like pretty wild.
Yeah, I've been reading about that. It severely messes kids up. That
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, Gardini's young.
Yeah, Gardini's
He's
victim.
an absolute deviant.
But then the thing about Pornhub is they've been busted like nearly 120 times with minors. I mean, you would think that they'd get shut down after 10 or 20 or 30 or something.
Putting out vids of minors, basically. Or just like child labor laws, like having like data entry.
And actually, there's been some girls that were minors that have sued Pornhub.
From their stuff being out. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Dang.
Everyone has to upload their ID, dude. That's what they do in Texas now. You have to upload your driver's license.
Yeah, I read about that.
I like that.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily a bad idea.
Obviously, probably a good thing, but
Yeah, it's fair.
it's dampening my jacks.
Yeah.
It's put a real damper on my jacks. You just go on and you're immediately reminded of child sex. You're like, oh.
Yeah, true. You go. What do they say?
I
Like,
jack off to that. I don't need thumbnails anymore. I jack off to the governor's warning. I go, oh my God, this is bad.
there's so much porn behind this.
That's innovative.
Yeah, I got.
Or you just end up jacking off to your own license. Like, fuck it.
This is a crazy photo. It doesn't even look like me.
The thing about it is, I'm sure you've got narcissists out there that do that.
I mean, yeah, especially your license photo. That'd be crazy.
All right, I think
That's supreme confidence.
we need to make the move, dude. We need to discuss the truth about Watergate.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
The Truth About Watergate, that's my last book. Everything that you know about Watergate, the vast majority of it is a lie.
So Forrest Gump didn't break it up?
He played only a minor role in Watergate. It's interesting. What happened with Watergate, and there's been some really great books written about Watergate, but they're tomes, and they're very, very complex. And it's hard. I mean, you have to kind of study them. So my goal was to be the unified field theory of Watergate revisionist books. And what happened with Nixon is Nixon decided to do strategic arm limitation talks with the Soviets. And he also started to open up China for diplomacy, rapprochement. And he was doing this behind the backs of the CIA, the Department of Defense, and actually the State Department. And on his first or second day, Nixon didn't like the CIA, and because he felt that the CIA had sabotaged him with when he ran against JFK in 1960. So Nixon, it was, I think, National Security Memorandum 2 was some kind of innocuous document that he issued his first or second day, where he said that the CIA, the Department of Defense, and the State Department will have no input whatsoever in any of my geopolitical moves. Basically, he was telling those three bodies just to go to hell, and he was going to do his own thing. And then he started making contact with the Russians, and then he started making contact with the Chinese. He'd been a Cold Warrior, and he saw that that wasn't working. He saw that containment wasn't working. And he just saw that we were spending all this money, and he just realized it just wasn't prudent. It would never work. So he started to do this, and then the Joint Chiefs of Staff actually had an espionage ring against Nixon. It's called the Moore-Radford affair. Thomas Moore was head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He was an admiral, and they used Moore and they used Radford, who was a yeoman. That was the link between, because he was using the National Security Council. Nixon was to do all these moves, and Radford was the liaison between the Joint Chiefs and the National Security Staff. So Radford was stealing all these documents, and Alexander Haig was in on it too. And actually Haig plays a role in the demise of Nixon. So Haig was enabling Radford to steal all these documents.
Who's Haig?
Alexander Haig is, he's a general. He was the Joint Chiefs of, he was Nixon's chief of staff. And then he was ultimately the overall leader of NATO.
Oh,
I would love to see.
And he's from Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's from Philadelphia.
Damn.
Go Birds.
So the Joint Chiefs started this espionage ring against Nixon, but the Nixon administration outed the espionage ring.
Oh, they found out.
Yeah. So then the CIA started to infiltrate the Nixon administration. Kind of like Scarface at the end of the movie, where, he's double-crossed the Bolivian drug dealer, and all those assassins, are coming. Okay, so that's what the CIA did to the Nixon administration. I mean, they just started inundating the Nixon administration from all different types of angles. And what's interesting about Watergate, it's a conspiracy within a conspiracy. Because McCord and Hunt, who are the two guys that were busted in Watergate, their goal was to take down Nixon. They wanted to take down Nixon. But there were two agendas at work. And this is actually my third book on sexual political blackmail, because at the heart of Watergate is a CIA sexual honey trap. And what's really interesting, so the burglars broke into Watergate, and there was a secretary from the Democratic National Committee named Maxie Wells. She kept photos of prostitutes in her desk under lock and key. And if you were a Democratic VIP, you would go there and take a look, and then these girls would be at the Columbia Plaza, which was a high-class apartment building. And the CIA had had video or film or whatever.
So you were just walking to this lady's office, and she'd be like, check out these ladies.
I mean, I'm sure that there was some kind of secret handshake or code or something like that.
Gotcha.
Probably like, hey, I'd like a hooker. Is there one around? So
Do you think these girls are pretty?
So John, the woman that ran that escort
I hear the
service.
cherry blossoms are beautiful this time of year. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, Senator.
I don't know if there was a lot of cherries at that.
Oh, yeah.
But
The cherries are gone.
I think cherries have been gone a long time. But so John Dean's wife, Maureen Dean, was good friends of Heidi Reichen, who ran that escort service, that CIA compromise escort. And actually, G. Gordon Liddy said that she was part of that escort service, and he was sued, but he managed to win it. The first was a hung jury, but then he won the second trial. But anyway, so one of the burglars, Eugenio Martinez, had a key to the desk where the pictures were taken,
Oh no.
where the pictures were kept. And when they got busted, their photograph equipment was on her desk. So, but then there was another, okay, so that was the first conspiracy, and that was initiated by...
Sorry, when he used the key, did he get rid of those pictures and they were never
No,
found?
no.
What was
Well,
he
he
doing?
was, he got busted before he could even get into the desk.
Okay.
I mean, they were on them really quickly. And he tried to get rid of the key. He got the shit kicked out of him twice by Carl Schaffler. Who was
Fucking Schaffler.
Carl Schaffler was the cop that was notified that the Watergate break-in was going down.
Why was he trying to take the pictures of the naked ladies?
I think that they wanted to take as many
Compromise
pictures
Democrats, or-
pictures of whatever documentation, women, anything that they possibly could.
And this was a CIA guy stealing the ladies? Or-
Okay, so
Yeah, let's
I'm confused.
hold on.
The lady's name was, what was the wife's name again? Maureen
Dean, John
Maureen
Dean's
Dean.
wife.
Gotcha.
Who's John Dean?
Okay, so John Dean was counsel to the president,
Okay.
and he was the guy that supposedly saw that that the Nixon administration was awash in moral turpitude and corruption.
Gotcha.
And he's the guy, he had a book called, it's actually a great piece of fiction. It's called Blind Ambition. And he was the guy that turned on Nixon in the Nixon administration. And then ultimately it was Nixon's word against Dean's word. But there's quotes or there's tapes of Nixon talking about Dean and Dean lying. I mean, Dean, he's a snaky guy. Mm-hmm. And Maureen Dean was very, very attractive. And John Dean, well, but she was good friends with Heidi Reichen. And what's really interesting is a number of people have thought that she was working as a prostitute for Heidi Reichen, or working with Heidi Reichen, running her prostitute gig. And now, John Dean's book was Blind Ambition, and Maureen Dean was Watergate, A Woman's Journey. And they both say that they met in L.A., that Maureen Dean was living in L.A. when they met. And then they had a torrid romance, and then Maureen Dean flew to Washington, and then that was it. She moved in with John Dean. Mm-hmm. But I found an article in the Washington Post where it's talking about her working for the government before that. So either they're lying in their books or the Washington Post is lying, because it's out of the, if you take that chronology in the Washington Post, it's because people have said Maureen Dean was a hooker, but it never made any sense to me, because she flew back to Washington, D.C., and she lived with John Dean. She didn't need to be a hooker to make money. But according to the Washington Post, she was already in Washington, D.C. when she met John Dean. So with that timeline, it's definitely feasible that she could have been a hooker with Heidi Reichen. And plus, her and Heidi Reichen were very good friends. That's pretty much proven.
Gotcha. So what did they actually nail him for? So you're saying that Nixon, if I'm right or wrong, but I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it's like Nixon's people had this prostitution thing going on, and they tried to expose that, and then he caught them trying to do
Okay,
that.
so what happened was Nixon didn't know anything.
He didn't know it was okay.
He didn't know anything about any
That's
of
kind of
this.
my question. Was
And actually, the top people in the Nixon administration didn't know about Watergate. They knew nothing about Watergate. And it was Jeb Magruder, who was the acting chairman of the committee to reelect the president. And it was John Dean that sent them in there to the Watergate.
And they were, the story I was always, they were just in there to steal what, Democrat like political plans?
Well, dirt Dirt.
They were just in there to get dirt on the
Dirt.
on
The second
demon rats.
time, the first time, actually, there were 2 break-ins. The first time was dirt, or the first time was, any kind of documentation. But the second time was definitely dirt.
Okay.
I mean, that's why they had the key to Maxie Wells' deaths.
Yes. But
Now-
if they were in there to get dirt, why would I thought they were against Nixon? A
Well,
lot of those guys.
no, they were CIA guys.
Yeah.
All those guys were CIA except for G. Gordon Liddy, the crazy one. But they were all CIA. So the overt plan to get it for them was to get dirt. The plan that Magruder and Dean told them to do was to get dirt. Now, there was a second agenda going on there. Those CIA guys, McCord and Hunt, had infiltrated the Nixon administration, like those assassins in Scarface. And their goal was to get Nixon out of office. And they had the opportunity because that was that whole thing was a setup. McCord really hated Nixon, and Hunt didn't like him at all. And just to make sure, they're
gonna steal him out of the office.
What's that?
So they can have him steal him out of the office. So how are they going to do it though? Are they just going to like plant something or just like look for bad
Or
stuff?
just intentionally get caught.
They were just going to see how it went
true.
out. But then there's the media side of it too, which I can get into a little bit later. But with the CIA guys, they wanted the burglars were Cubans that had worked with the CIA before. But Hunt and McCord were actual agents.
Gotcha.
Now they were ostensibly retired, but they weren't. I'm in the book. I show that they're still working with the CIA. So the goal of Dean and Magruder was to get dirt on the Democrats, and some people have speculated that Dean wanted those pictures because his wife was in those pictures. I don't know, but that's what people have speculated. But the CIA guys, that was not their goal. Their goal was to incriminate Nixon. And so at the Watergate, the Democratic National Committee was on the 6th floor. And on the 8th floor was the Federal Reserve Committee or whatever it was, Federal Reserve. And now someone had broken into the Federal Reserve about a month before the first Watergate burglary. And the McCord really tried hard to get busted. So at about midnight, 6 guys in suits signed into the Watergate at midnight and went up to the 8th floor, signed in for the Federal Reserve. But the security guard was like, I think he probably had the IQ of an avocado. He couldn't figure that out at all. So the second time they went in, there was a guy named Baldwin, and he called the DC police. And Carl Schaffler was he was a DC policeman, but he'd also worked for intelligence, probably a little bit of both. And he was a block and a half away. And then when the call came in, they went right to the Watergate, and then they got busted. And Nixon, so those were the two. It was a conspiracy within a conspiracy. The overt conspiracy was to get dirt, and then the CIA's conspiracy, the covert conspiracy, was to get Nixon.
And you're saying Nixon didn't even know about the
No.
get dirt plan?
Didn't have a clue. None of those guys did. And that's what they were calling each other. And they go, who sent these guys in? Because Nixon was way ahead of McGovern. I mean, he walloped McGovern. It was going to be probably the biggest landslide up to that point. Reagan's
Up till 2024.
True. Why did he get in trouble for people breaking in though? I don't understand.
What's that?
Why was he? So he got in trouble for
so
somebody
we're
crazy?
Yeah, they sent Watergate was just they sent people into the Democratic committee to steal shit. That's what he got impeached
got
for.
blamed for that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. That was the how it was portrayed,
Okay, that makes sense. So that's,
and that's what Nixon left office for. To hit the fucking
hit
No,
the
but
sides on
what
that.
happened, what he left office for was obstruction of justice. Because Nixon, I mean, you listen to the tapes of these guys and they're going like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, who ordered those guys to break in? Now, Magruder and Dean, who ordered them to break in, kept quiet. So those guys had no idea.
Damn, so there was just like 9 burglars in the building and everyone was
Yeah.
Spider-Man out.
But Nixon, his natural instinct was to cover it up. I mean, he didn't know why anybody broke into the office, or he didn't know some of the other crazy stuff that these guys had done.
Yeah.
But it was just his political instinct to cover it up.
Gotcha.
And that's where he
Makes
got
sense.
busted. Is he tried to use the CIA, and the CIA double-crossed him. He tried to use the CIA because the FBI launched this investigation, and they found leads to the Nixon administration because of Hunt and McCord. And he tried to get the CIA to play their national security guard to stop the FBI. Now, Richard Helm was head of the CIA at that point, and him and Nixon hated each other. When there would be a cabinet briefing or a National Security Council briefing, Helms was allowed to brief the cabinet members of the National Security Council, but then after that, he had to leave. I mean,
Yeah.
Nixon had they really hated each other. Now, Richard Helms said, no, we're not going to cover it up. But then Nixon said something about the Kennedy assassination. And actually, there's tapes where Nixon is grilling Helms. Who shot John? Who shot John? And so Nixon leveraged them with the Kennedy assassination.
Oh, wow.
And then Helms said, okay, we'll do it. But he didn't. So, and actually the CIA provided more incriminating evidence against Nixon. But Nixon didn't know any of this stuff. All these machinations were just going on below the surface.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had no idea. I thought he got like in trouble for like stealing stuff. I didn't know what happened. I thought like, he actually just stole stuff and got busted and was like, my bad.
I'm not a crook, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a crook.
The thing is, if Dean and Magruder hadn't ordered those break-ins, then Nixon would have.
That's what was tied to his, to
Yeah,
get those
would've been-
pictures
And
of their wives, their hot wives.
Damn.
They're a hot wife and they got busted. We gotta get those naked pictures of our hot prostitute wives out of there. Shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
well, at least they were
naked wives.
adults. I mean, I got to give them that much. You know? They were adults.
True.
I mean,
Yeah, true. Well, yeah.
By today's standards, that was,
by
that was
today's
above
standard,
board.
yeah.
Yeah, it was actually very nice of them. Very chivalrous.
So they wanted Nixon out because he was trying to chill out on the Cold War.
Well, he was befriending the communists.
Yeah.
And the Hawks and the CIA and the Department of Defense hated the communists.
Nixon's always portrayed in like modern, every movie's in. He's like a war hawk. Like he's always like, we need to nuke them now.
Yeah. Well,
Meanwhile, he was trying to de-escalate.
yes, big time. And he even told the Soviets that he was willing to relinquish Vietnam.
Didn't it end under his administration?
Yeah, Vietnam War?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he bombed the shit out of the Vietnamese before he did
He
that.
gave that a shot.
But Nixon is kind of split personality. So he really worked hard to do a arms deal with the Soviets because he saw the nuclear escalation. And actually, he cut the fence by 64% in his administration. And he did some positive, like OSHA, and he wanted to give health care for everybody, all Americans. He enacted some the Environmental Protection Agency. I mean, that was also a Nixon initiative. He did do some good things. Now we just look at him as evil incarnate. But but it was so. What was really interesting about this is Woodward and Bernstein were essentially the guys that the two reporters that brought him down, and they're the most pathological liars of probably anybody in the entire Watergate saga. It's really interesting. And Ben Bradley was the editor of the Washington Post, and he was a CIA guy too. So, and Woodward was also a CIA guy. Bernstein just wanted money for nothing and chicks for free. I mean, he blew all his money on prostitutes and coke.
Yeah.
And he had a tough time after that. But
Bernstein.
and so what's fascinating, I mean, people think that those two are like the Mount Rushmore of journalism. And I mean, what's amazing about them is they're telling lies when they don't even need to lie. I mean, a lot of time they need to lie, and I understand that, but they're telling lies when they don't even need to lie. It's kind of amazing.
What were some of their most like egregious lies?
Deep Throat. Okay, Deep Throat was the guy that gave Woodward all the dirt on Nixon to take him down. Mm-hmm. Now,
why did he call himself Deep Throat, by the way?
What's that?
Why did he call
That
himself
was
Deep
back
Throat?
before it was really fucking. It really was. I remember even as a kid being like, "Why do they call him Deep Throat?" I don't like that. Didn't they make a porn like
Well,
right
there was-
away?
there was-
That like popularized.
Did it really?
That
Yeah.
being like that's
That's
sexual.
Deep Throat.
Yeah.
There was a very popular porn movie called Deep Throat, and that's what Woodward.
Oh, he just named himself after it. That's pretty sick.
Oh, he named himself after it.
Well, he named his source Deep Throat.
Oh, okay.
Was the porn out before he named it Deep Throat,
The
or did
porn,
the porn come from
the
Deep
porn
Throat?
was out, and then there was a Supreme Court battle over it, and then the porn, and then it was
okay.
back in. I
Damn.
believe by the time.
My political
Well.
name would have to be Thick Latina Mummies.
The source, Thick Latina Mommy, is here. He's here to give us all his secrets.
Amateur Latino Mummies.
Stepmom Stuck is here.
Yes, the dossier. So he
Girlfriend
named himself.
experience. Girlfriend experience is here.
He named himself after a porn. That's crazy.
All right,
No,
so
no,
Deep-
he didn't. Woodward named him.
named him after his
Woodward.
favorite porn.
Fucking sick ass.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up. If I was Deep Throat, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Because he was briefing other agents. They'd be like, my source, Deep Throat. Like, all right, dude.
Yeah, Deep Throat hid his identity, right? So
Totally
you can't-
hid his identity.
You can't be like, dude, stop calling me Deep Throat. you just have to be like, fuck, I'm Deep Throat now.
What if you briefed all the other guys? You'd be
Yeah.
like, well, Deep Throat. They'd be reading the thing like, dude, can you stop calling him Deep Throat, please? Mr. Blue is fine.
Yeah, Mr. Blue works.
But they rolled out a guy named Mark Felt who was severely impaired by Alzheimer's and said this
shit.
was Deep Throat.
Yes.
And actually, I think Deep Throat was a composite. I think that Woodward was getting. I mean, Woodward's tapped into intelligence. He was naval intelligence.
Okay, so I'm sorry, for everybody that's not familiar with Watergate, Deep Throat was Woodward's inside source on all the stuff that broke to the Washington
Yes.
Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Woodward said that he had this elaborate system that he'd contact Deep Throat, that he would move this flower pot
Yes.
on his balcony. Okay, so his apartment faced a courtyard. So Deep Throat couldn't have just driven by
Yeah.
and seen the balcony. He would have to go behind the parking lot. And here's where it really gets problematic. If Mark Felt was fired 6 months before the most incriminating stuff on Nixon came out, the tapes. And so he, according to Woodward's, I mean, no one said this, but he was driving in from Virginia every day, going behind Woodward's building and looking up.
Yeah.
It's total bullshit. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, and they never even found the identity of. So that seems kind of weird to me, to be a journalist and be like, I have a secret source,
yeah,
and then write it as fact.
yes.
That seems outrageous. You can literally make anything up and say,
Yeah,
I have a
true.
secret source.
And especially, I mean, with all the lies that I catch them in. And then it's kind of interesting if Deep Throat ostensibly wanted to contact Woodward, he would take the New York Times and then he'd put the time, a clock on whatever page, and then the paper would be delivered to Woodward. But the problem is, all the New York Times that went to that particular apartment building were just put in a pile.
Yeah.
they weren't. They weren't put in front of Woodward's door. So the whole thing about Woodward is, and what happened was, as Watergate started taking a toll on the Nixon administration, he had to start firing people. He fired his chief of staff, Halderman. He fired his domestic czar John Ehrlichman. He had to fire his Attorney General Richard Kleindienst. And Alexander Haig was such a great shapeshifter. He had been in that administration because he'd worked for Nixon or worked for Kissinger at the National Security Council. And Nixon really liked him. Haig hated Nixon, but Haig was a really cunning sociopath. So he became Nixon's chief of staff, which was the biggest mistake that Haldeman ever made, H.R. Haldeman. When he got fired, he said, well, try Alexander Haig. And it was Alexander Haig that provided the really incriminating stuff.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing. Woodward and Haig lied. They said they hadn't met each other until 1973. And Woodward was debriefing Haig in the 1960s when Woodward was with Naval Intelligence. So that...
Woodward was Naval Intelligence before he became a journalist?
Yeah. And
Jesus.
Here's what...
Free Nixon, bro.
Yeah, true.
So what's interesting is, and I'll tell you just how crazy the Woodward story is. So Woodward, he graduates from Yale, and he's accepted to Harvard Law School. And then he ostensibly goes to the Washington Post after he's been accepted to Harvard Law School and says, you know, I'd really like to be a reporter. I tell you what, I'm gonna, how about if I write for you guys for 2 weeks? And then if you don't like it, you know, you don't even have to pay me. And if you don't like it, then I'll leave. So that was the deal that was ostensibly made with the Washington Post. And then they put him, ultimately he ended up in the AAA system of the Washington Post in a weekly in Maryland. And he drove a Carmen Ghia. He lived in a very nice apartment. There's no way that he could, and I demonstrate this in the book, there's no way that he could have paid. Woodward was definitely a spy at that point.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's no way he was making that
And
money.
then the Washington Post brought him back. And then 9 months later, he and Bernstein broke open Watergate.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They tell all kinds of other lies, but Deep Throat is definitely the biggest lie that they tell.
Do you think the stuff happening to Trump now might be some sort of interference operation or what?
You know, I don't know.
You said it, brother. Yeah. I was waiting to ask, and I was like, I don't know.
I was curious. It sounds
exactly
familiar.
Yeah.
I don't. It's really hard to know with Trump. I don't see how that guy cannot be compromised myself. I mean,
but it does have the thing that reminds me of it is like the hallmarks of like JFK and Nixon, where it's like, let's de-escalate with Russia, let's de-escalate with North Korea and China. Like, why are we? You know what I mean? It seems to be that.
You know, I'm willing to keep my mind open on that.
Yeah.
His tax bill was probably the biggest redistribution of wealth that we've ever experienced in the United States in a short period of time. So he did help the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. He's also circled in Epstein's black book.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is pretty incriminating. And he denied being with Epstein, but an Epstein victim has come forward and said that she'd talked to another Epstein victim. They were adults, but that Trump had been kind of hard on the one victim. So
hard on how so?
Just a little rough.
Sexually rough.
Yeah.
I knew it was a dynamo in the sack.
I mean, we're not talking leather and S&M type stuff.
Yeah.
You just put a hurting on a lady at Epstein's Island. Yeah, I would say, if you're on the, he was pretty good pals.
They were really good pals. And it's tough to know. He said that he heard that Epstein.
I heard he broke it off after the first one when Epstein got arrested in Florida.
Well, he ostensibly broke it off before then.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Donald Trump has problems with veracity, so it's difficult to know.
Has there been any connections of him and Epstein after that? Like when he said they were done being friends?
Yeah,
he-
he took Epstein's plane.
After that.
Yeah, after that, and he was also visited Epstein's house. A deposition from Epstein's brother Mark talks about that.
Damn.
So he did lie. Trump did lie about that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. With Gates, and Gates revisited him too, didn't he?
Well, here's the thing with Bill Gates.
Yes.
Okay, the media cover story on him is that they met in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
The Evening Standard did an article on Epstein in 2001. And according to that article, Gates and Epstein were doing business in the 90s.
Damn.
So there's a lot that's been covered up about Epstein. And there's guys like me that really want to get at the truth, but the government and the media are just fond of kicking out salacious details. And it's really hard to get to the truth because there's been so many lies. But when I think about Trump being prosecuted or persecuted, I do think about Nixon being persecuted. I believe, here's the thing with Nixon. He wanted to de-escalate the arms race. He wanted to open up China so he could use China against Russia. I mean, that was his thing, and it was working for sure. But then he backed Pinochet, who was a genocidal dictator. He backed Suharto, who was a genocidal dictator, and then Pol Pot. The Chinese were down with Pol Pot, and he wanted to appease the Chinese, so he tacitly backed Pol Pot.
But was that CIA doing that, or that was him?
That was Nixon.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the CIA ultimately
Did
things that enabled it.
They got it done. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
with Nixon, it's not. The media has sold Nixon as good versus evil, but it's not quite that simple.
Yeah.
And the media has also said that it was the left that toppled Nixon when it was actually the right that really had the means, motive, and opportunity.
Yeah.
Initially. I mean, eventually the left got involved, but after the right had inflicted a tremendous amount of damage on him.
Dang. Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know much about Watergate. I thought he just got caught doing something kind of bad. And
everything that, like I said when we started, everything that you know about Watergate is a lie.
Damn.
Just about everything.
Shit.
Let's take a pee break.
Yeah, I do have to pee really badly.
Quick break.
Quick break, guys.
It can be easy. Hey. I'm Josh. Eat your chicken, dude. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter. What's the right amount of socializing for you? How do you recharge? Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you need some more time alone. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. Personal endorsement. Golly.
Yeah, man. You got to fucking figure all these questions
You
out.
got to answer these questions. Otherwise, you're going to spread yourself.
Yep.
Last thing you want is to be spread. You don't want to be spread, dude. Have you ever been spread?
Yeah, you be careful. No, thank God I wouldn't.
Right now, I've been spread. Thankfully, I've been home lately, but I was
Sure, yeah,
spread.
you
I
get
was
spread out, yeah.
gaping in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, true. I'll spread myself out a lot of times, family, and then I'll just.
Spread yourself in front of your family. Yeah. At Thanksgiving, you come there, you spread in front of everyone.
I'm like a turkey on the table.
You can just lay down, put an apple in your mouth, and just spread. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient and flexible, and suited for your schedule. Just fill out a brief. It's so funny thinking of them getting this ad reads. Brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. And you know that's something me and Matt love the most about BetterHelp.
True.
Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. And that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
Think about your dad coming down at Thanksgiving and fucking spread himself.
I just like to switch up. They're like, you're narcissistic, bipolar. I go, next. Try again.
Nope, wrong.
I demand another. All right, here we go. Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke, throat burning, or coughing attacks when smoking cannabis? The struggle is real, but the solution is chilly. That's right. I'm talking about the smoothest way to light up, and that's with Freeze Pipe. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, and bongs that are 80% colder than using ice cubes to chill smoke. The magic is in freezable glycerin. The magic is freezable glycerin chambers that come on every piece. Simply, pause.
Is that what?
Simply pop the chamber in the freezer for 1 hour, and as smoke passes through, it's instantly chilled by over 300 degrees. So every puff arrives ice cold and cough free. Yeah, I mean, dude, we can joke around all we want. Those things cool down smoke. You can't deny it. It is what it is. Those are just the facts. American owned and with over 100,000 happy customers, Freeze Pipe uses the thickest glass and market-leading glycerin chambers for a smoother experience you have to feel to believe. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com and use code DRENCHED for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code DRENCHED for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping and smoke like royalty without paying a king's ransom.
Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. You can choose your preferred form, pouches, breakers, or gum, and you can choose your strength from 2 milligrams to 12 milligrams. 12's a lot. And I'll tell you what, I know some hockey players that would like that.
Oh, yeah.
Flavors include mint, apple ice. That's the hockey player's favorite.
True.
Espresso, mango, and more. Save yourself from the weekly gas station stop and sign up for a monthly subscription, which saves you 15%, no commitment, cancel anytime. Avoiding the gas station stop is very nice.
Yeah, man.
That's big for Lucy.
Yeah, I might get in a fight.
Personal endorsement, I go to the gas station sometimes for my gas station fix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. That's why I switched to Lucy, and I like Lucy.
Yep. You have to talk to any ruffians that might be hanging out there.
The ruffians there, yes.
Mm-hmm. Careful.
The product that sets Lucy apart is Lucy Breakers. It's nicotine pouches, but with a tiny capsule inside. That capsule contains a liquid flavor that saturates the pouch before it's even in use. Oh, fucking saturate some lady's pouch. Break it in with your teeth and boom, instant nicotine release when you need it. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off and always free shipping.
Straight up.
Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Shit. Oh, please. Also, this week I'll be in Las Vegas. Please come. Wise Guys, Las Vegas. Go to mattmccusker.com for tickets. Yeah, and there's a bunch of other shows. Please come. Bye. Yep.
Just don't even ask. Stick your fucking beak in the camera. Get in there.
Sorry. That'll be quick. Me, Lemaire, and Nate's show is on May 7th at the Creek in the Cave. If you're in Austin, Texas, please come.
Those have been really fun shows.
Yeah, they
they've
are.
been great. The
And
next
now
one's-
Nate's with you guys.
Nate's with us. It's a 3-man team now.
You guys are, yeah.
Pause.
Resume.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Don't ever back talk Matt
sorry,
like that
sorry,
again.
Matt. Sorry. And
No,
please
it's
come to Raleigh. Good Nights in Raleigh on June 6th. Thank
Oh,
you.
God. Now we got a big shot touring comic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wish. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, before we get into the Watergate stuff,
Yeah, we'll do this as like a precursor almost. Almost. There you go. Yeah, we'll do it as a precursor.
yeah, because a lot of the people listening to this are young men that just young men that have never really heard of Watergate or have just a brief summary of some names and what the overall scandal, or at least is portrayed as.
The official narrative. Yeah.
Okay, the official narrative with Watergate is Richard Nixon sanctioned Watergate, and the burglars got busted. And then Nixon tried to cover it up. And then that's ultimately what he was taken down for, is obstruction of justice.
Okay.
But the real Watergate story is Nixon didn't have a clue that those guys were breaking in to the Watergate. He had a couple of guys on his staff, Jeb Magruder, who was acting chairman for the committee to re-elect the president, and John Dean, who was counsel to the president. Those two guys sanctioned the Watergate break-ins. And the burglars, G. Gordon Liddy and was the only one that wasn't CIA. All those burglars were CIA guys or CIA assets or had been CIA assets. G. Gordon Liddy was the only one, and he'd worked for the FBI. So Liddy was the point man, and Liddy thought that breaking into the Watergate was coming from Nixon's Attorney General, John Mitchell.
Right.
He had no idea that it was coming from Jeb Magruder and John Dean. So they sent the burglars in the first time to get as much information on the Democrats. Now, the Watergate was the sixth floor of the Democratic National Committee was on the Democratic National Committee was on the sixth floor of the Watergate. And the burglars broke in the first time, and they were looking for like democratic strategies, things like that.
Gotcha.
And then they broke in a second time.
The first time they broke in, they didn't get caught.
They did not get caught. No.
And this was how long before the second break-in?
About 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then 3 weeks later, they were ordered to get as much dirt as they possibly could. And the Democratic National Committee was connected to a brothel that was a CIA honey trap. And what happened was the secretary at the Democratic National Committee had in her desk, she had pictures of a bunch of prostitutes.
Yeah.
And Democratic VIPs would check out the pictures of the prostitutes.
I'm busted doing that. So that was a whole separate issue. Yeah, so we got that one.
All right.
Yeah, we got that one.
I think we're good.
Yeah, so we got the preamble.
Let's fire it up right back to where we were, which was, what were we talking about? Yeah, Bill Gates.
Easy.
All right. We just got done talking about Bill Gates' connection with Epstein back in the 90s.
Yeah.
What bothers me about Gates, have you guys ever tried to get a hold of a human if you've had a problem with Word?
Oh, it's the worst, dude. Or, you know what happened one time? What happens is they'll do a thing where you'll just, like, an Indian guy will just take over your computer. Like, I was, like, moving my mouse, and my mouse would start going to the left, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And he was like, sir, please stop. Yeah, they'll just, if you gotta give them permission, they'll just get into your computer and start fucking going nuts on it.
You've gone for, I've never been
It
able
took
to
a lot for me to get that, though. I was chatbot after chatbot.
If they got into my computer, dude,
Yeah, and
they
eventually.
could ruin all of my total war campaigns.
Dude, you could
You
tank
could start a war with Russia, dude. I don't want that.
You know, here's what
your
I
own
mean.
Watergate.
There's a number of things that bother me about Bill Gates, but one of the preeminent things is he's buying all this land.
Yeah.
Why can't he put a call center? You know, on one of those acres. I mean, if he just spent a little of his money and made a call center in
Yeah.
Idaho.
Or have the dudes like hoeing all the strawberries, the Bluetooth, and they could do two at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
But not Billy. He's got because I'm a writer and I rely on Microsoft Word, unfortunately.
Dude,
and I had some problems with it about 6 months ago, and I desperately tried to talk to humans.
Yeah.
Can you find your Word documents that you save on the OneDrive? If I save anything on OneDrive, I can't find it. I don't know where it is on my computer. Sorry, this is we don't have to talk about.
No. Well, I mean, I can try to give you. I can try to give you some tips.
I can't find the file afterwards. I'm stumped. I'm currently stumped. I try to
You
send.
lost your files.
I just try to like they're there, but then I try to email them to someone as an attachment, and it's just like, where is it? I'm
You
like,
need
I
a call
don't know.
center.
I do.
You desperately need
You
a
got to
call
let
center.
the engines into your computer, and they'll just start.
Yeah, they'll get it.
They'll get in there. Which I don't know how I even got in there. That was kind of nuts. I was like, what? Get out of my fucking mouse.
I mean, Gates wasn't making enough money selling Microsoft Word. Now we have to rent it, and then
Yeah, the suite.
there's no call center. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that might be his most, honestly, out of everything he's accused of, that might be the worst.
Was he ever accused of laying with ladies at Epstein's?
He's been outed that way.
Yeah.
Not with Epstein, but with some in some other scenarios.
Okay.
But if he's been outed in other scenarios, I mean, why wouldn't
Yeah,
he
why
be?
wouldn't he do
Yeah.
it? At the,
Then his wife was the one who like blasted him on the Epstein stuff
Actually,
which is a good God.
according to the media, she left him
because of it.
because of the Epstein stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
who
he and
knows,
Epstein
yeah.
went back to the 1990s
Damn.
instead of 2011. There's so much bullshit that's been manufactured about Epstein and so much salacious dirt. It's really unfortunate. You've got a guy that trafficked children for 25 years, and our media, no one in the mainstream media has called for any justice for any of those victims.
no,
yeah,
that's,
well, it became right wing to even care about it.
that's been that's not for
that's
sure.
what happened. If you
That
care
became
about it,
also
you're right-wing.
that's a big thing we talk about a lot on this. Is like we don't do anything about it. The only thing you can do with Epstein is just on a podcast be like, "The fuck?
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah, true.
They killed him. We knew they were gonna kill him,
Yeah.
and he trafficked kids, and no one. Yeah, that's as far as we get.
There's a couple of things with Epstein that people just don't know. Okay, 'cause there's the Epstein Victims Compensation Fund
Mhm.
that where a lot of Epstein's money went, and 225 victims applied for money. 150 were given. 150 were given money, and 8 decided not to take the deal. So ultimately, 142 were given money.
Damn.
Damn.
Can you
Well-
imagine being cheap with that money?
But think of all the girls that he trafficked, and only 225 were come
Yeah.
forward. But there's a couple other things. If you take any money from that fund, you've got to sign an NDA
Oh.
where you cannot name any of the perpetrators. And also, I know 2 psychologists, and one of them is very eminent.
Mhm.
She's in the world of psychology, she's quite the superstar. She's counseled a woman, and then another psychologist is counseled a woman. They were under 10 years old when they were trafficked by Epstein. And one actually described Epstein's home and then talked about a park that was by his house and a number of things. And she was under 10 years old. And then I know of one other, I mean, these 2 psychologists I know pretty well, but then I know of another account too that I've been told of another account from someone who's, I think, legitimate, but I just haven't been able to corroborate it. So you've got the Epstein Victims Compensation Fund is a huge cover-up tool.
Damn.
It's being used to do what the government can't, to get these girls to shut up. And you've got to, and according to the government and the mainstream media, the youngest Epstein victim was 14 years old. So if you're going to apply for that fund and you're younger than 14, they're not gonna give you any money. And we have no idea of how it works. We have no idea what the criteria is. It's behind it's in a black hole essentially.
It's weird that they're not. Why would it's not weird. We know why, but it's clear it's a cover up. They're not being open about anything. This should all be like you said. You filed for Freedom of Information Act and all that. This should be public, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, what's the point of being like we can't tell anyone what
Pretty
happened?
useful to know, in
Yeah.
terms of like voting for politicians.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you raped a
Yeah,
kid.
did he rape a kid?
Yeah, you're out, dude.
We can't vote for you.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called The Franklin Scandal, which is basically Epstein is a carbon copy of the Franklin
Yeah.
Scandal. It was about child trafficking network. We talked about that the first time I was on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, I mean, I was on to Epstein in 2012, and I got his black book in 2012,
Yeah.
and I ultimately published it. Gawker helped me publish it in 2015, but it took me 3 years to get that book published. It's kind of interesting. Once the book was nobody wanted to touch the book.
Yeah.
And but once the book was published, the floodgates opened on the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And I started an organization, a 501c3 called Epstein Justice. And what we're trying to do is to get a commission formed to actually look at the perpetrators. We want the perpetrators to be accountable, and we want to know why the government is covering up child trafficking. We have 2 simple objectives. We want the perpetrators prosecuted, and we want the government to tell us why it's covering up child trafficking.
Yeah, like why did they seal the original case when he got busted the first time? That all got sealed, didn't it? The very, very, very
yeah,
first case way back
Florida.
when.
A lot of that was sealed. I mean, I was able to get a lot of documents
Really?
from the police and also the feds. They're floating around out there. I mean, the feds, when Epstein was originally busted, the Palm Beach Police Department started investigating in 2006, and then about a year later, they they were going to arrest Epstein on 5 counts of child abuse, and they knew they had statements from 5 minors, but they knew of 17 others. So there were 22 minors there, and then that case got taken away from them, and it was put into a grand jury. And how grand juries work is a special prosecutor is chosen for a grand jury, and he's the one that presents evidence to the grand jurors who they're just regular citizens that have shown up for jury duty. And so grand juries have been notoriously easy to hijack because you just show them the evidence that you want to show them. So although, and the special prosecutor for the Florida grand jury, Barry Kirshner, he called one victim and skewered her, even though he knew about 22, even though law enforcement. Now, when it went to the feds, they had a list, and I've got that list of over 30 victims, and they didn't indict Epstein on 1 count of child abuse.
Jesus.
And it's interesting, a lot of your listeners might know this, but Alexander Acosta was the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida. And he became Trump's labor secretary. And when the Trump administration was vetting him, they asked him why he went so light on Epstein. And he said, I was told that Epstein was intelligence and it was above my pay grade. He actually said that, and he's never denied saying that.
What?
Yeah, he said that.
Shit.
So
crazy.
Unfortunately, there's a rogue element of our intelligence that blackmails people. And it happened in Watergate, it happened in the Franklin scandal, and then it happened with Confessions of a DC Madam. So this is actually, Watergate's actually my 3rd book on CIA sexual blackmail. And I don't really want to write another one at this point. I mean, I'm kind of done now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start writing about fishing.
That'd be nice.
Fishing and picnics.
Fantasy would be a nice, like fantasy novel would be nice.
I think my mind is probably too dark for that, but given what I've exposed it to the last, I've been at this for 22 years, so
Yeah.
it's been kind of a slog. But Epstein justice, every American knows that something is wrong with the Epstein case.
Yeah.
There's 3. If you've got a pathology, there's 3 ways. There's 3 phases. There's awareness, there's acceptance, there's action. And now we're at the point where Americans have to accept that the government covered this up. And then at that point, and that's a jumping off point for action.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, nobody believed that he could. I think you got to be pretty entrenched in like the TV news to be like, no, the police were going to arrest him and penalize him, and he killed himself. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He did pick a convenient time to kill himself.
True.
Yeah. And the guards left and the cameras turned off.
And he got depressed, and he's like,
And he
what's
got
the
sad.
point? What the fuck?
He missed the guards.
and then his serial killer cellmate was taken out.
Yeah.
And
Damn, he had a cellmate? I didn't even know that.
what's that?
He was bunking up with the guy?
Yeah, with the guy that had killed multiple people. I think maybe the Bureau of Prisons was hoping that.
Yeah, that guy would get it done.
I mean, they're in pretty close. You're in pretty close proximity with a multiple killer. Multiple.
They're probably shaking his cage, rattling his cage,
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get every day at lunch, be like, yeah, fuck you, pussy.
You
You
won't
won't do it. You
fucking
won't
kill
fucking
anyone."
kill anyone ever again. You're soft, bitch. Here, take this knife.
That's crazy. Yeah, he was there with a serial killer.
It's this guy was a former police officer who'd killed some people.
Yeah, those
don't know if
guys
you-
go rogue, dude.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you could call him a serial. I don't know. A serial killer. I think he killed
He was
like
a
3
killer.
people.
Yeah, he was a
We
killer.
got one here right now. In
I
Austin?
heard
Austin,
about the
really?
Austin killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they found 2 bodies like last week.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares because apparently it's gay guys. So everyone's going, it doesn't matter.
They suspect he's gay because he only kills like young adult males
Oh,
that
okay.
leave like bars on Rainy Street.
And that's where you frequent.
That's not where I frequent.
Careful, Sean.
Sean, be careful.
I'll catch him.
You might catch him. You might, with
I'll
your
lure
wrestling
him
background.
in, yeah, and I'll catch him.
Did you ever hear about the
Pin his
Bring
lake?
ass.
him to justice.
My friend was telling me this weekend there's a lake in somewhere in Georgia called like not Rainier, some sort of lake where apparently it had something to do with like the slave trade back in the day and blah blah blah. But all these like younger kids will be partying on the lake and they just go under. And they'll ask their friends like, was your friend like hammered? Like, nah, I look fine. So there's a local lore that like there's these ghosts of slaves that are just like pulling down white partiers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, I heard about that. I was like, damn, that's so scary.
That's very scary.
Like ghosts
Get
of
your ass
slaves.
down. Get your ass down here, motherfucker.
Better work on your breaststroke.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Now, this is racist, but you think you'd be able to outswim. You think that's white's territory. You go, we're in the water now, dude.
You just get
You've entered the
yanked.
white's domain.
You've had your 5th white claw. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go.
here, boy.
A ghoul.
You're on a paddleboard. You're like, get off me.
Oh, shit.
My
Either way.
first major investigation was into a
I
serial
thought you
killer.
liked that.
I love it.
My first major investigation was I'm from Minneapolis, and I
Sure.
wrote for the Weekly, and there was a crazy woman who she ran an organization called Whisper, and she tried to mainstream prostitutes, get them out of life. But she was so crazy that it was hard to listen to her, and she was saying that there's serial killer killing prostitutes, but nobody really listened to her because she was so crazy. And then I decided, well, I'm going to look into this, and I was able to find, I think it was like 46 women, mostly prostitutes, that have been stabbed, strangled, or beaten to death in the previous 8 years. Now, law enforcement had denied that there was a serial killer, but then I showed them my list, which was really difficult to put together.
Yeah.
I showed them my list and I said, I went to the Minneapolis Police Department. I went to the St. Paul Police. I said, you guys really want to say that there's no serial killer? And then they kind of copped to it, but then it was a task force was formed.
Oh, wow. Did they ever get the guy?
And the way of that article, no. And they're really hard to catch.
Yeah.
If they're good. I mean, if they're stupid, you can get them
Yeah.
after one or two.
True, yeah.
But if they're Ted Bundy or someone,
Was Dahmer in Minneapolis?
he was in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. He's in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, I can remember I was at this really nice little island in Lake Superior called Madeline Island, and the guys that I was staying with, they don't have like televisions or radios or anything. I mean, it's pretty rustic, and it's really cool to do a lot of it. There's berry picking and fishing, all kinds of stuff.
It's awesome. Berry picking's nice. I did it this year. It's very relaxing. Picked blueberries. It was fantastic.
It's
Ate so many.
we were definitely picking blueberries,
That's nice.
It was awesome.
and I came back to civilization, and I stopped off at a diner, and that's when Jeffrey Dahmer had been outed, and I was reading the newspaper, and I thought to myself, welcome back to civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cannibal.
But the FBI says that there's like 50 of them at any given time in the United States.
50 serial killers kicking around?
But I think that it's probably closer to 200.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of interesting. Our culture, I mean, serial killers are in all cultures, but our culture seems to mass produce them more than other countries.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Well, what would be your insights into that?
About why we have more serial killers?
Yeah.
Because we're number one.
True. We're the best.
We're
Yeah,
the
we are
best
the
at
best.
literally everything. School shooters.
Yeah, we are the best.
We're number one.
Do we? So we definitely have the most serial. Like how far is our lead?
I think Japan covers them up. I think Asia covers them up and says, no, there's no murders here.
Yeah.
I think we got quite the head start. If it's a 50-yard
We
dash,
celebrate ours. They hide theirs.
it's
True.
there was
Russia gets after it, don't they? I think there's a lot
there
of
was that
Russian
Russian
boys.
Chikatilo who
Yeah.
killed in excess of like 100 people.
The guy here is, and he's putting them all in Lady Bird. He puts all the bodies in the same spot.
Really? I mean, that
Yeah, the
should.
cops just go and let's set up let's get some fucking
True.
trail cams out there.
Yeah.
It's not that you guys don't even have to wait outside. Just put a camera up.
Yeah, right by the lake.
Go, who's dumping sweet gardinis into the Lady Bird lake?
He's looking at the camera.
Party boys. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. They got me.
Yeah, that
So
shit creeps me out.
has
man.
he? You would think that if they knew where he's dumping them,
You would think.
that would be
It'd be kind of easy.
put a camera there. And
What is it?
The United States apparently has had 3,615 total serial killers. Second place is Russia with 196.
We're the
Damn.
best.
that's quite a lead. Yeah.
I think that also could do with
Could be
law enforcement
misinformation.
here.
Catching.
At least investigating. I think if you're, and this is starting in what, like the 60s, 70s is when serial killers started getting rowdy.
Yeah, I mean they were happening before then, but
Yeah. But I mean, noted,
But
like getting caught
yeah.
and being like in the news. We had media and people looking out for it.
We have more
You could be in the middle of fucking Russia killing people and no one would ever. You go village to village. They go, yeah, that guy's gone.
Chikatilo was doing that though. The
Yeah.
Russian serial killer.
But
Yeah.
we have more
No,
like
it's
shooters. We have more. I guess
so-
that's
yeah.
because we have all them guns.
But the guns thing. What's interesting is Canada has pretty much the same amount of guns per capita as U.S.
Really?
and they're not shooting people like we shoot people.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
I wonder what the hell it is. Red food coloring, red food dye. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is just.
Too much
I think
MTV.
it's
What's your theory?
Too much Beavis and Butthead.
True.
South Park. And Marilyn Manson.
people eating McDonald's.
Yeah, I was going to say too many
McDonald's.
chicken nuggets. I was just thinking the same thing.
You do go nuts if you have nuggets.
Dipping your fries into a frosty and you're
Yeah, you go, I should kill that bitch.
My
This
My-
reminds me of a knife into a hooker.
my theory on McDonald's, it's all made out of the same substance. It's just at different temperatures. Now I could be wrong. It's Soylent Green. I mean, I should add that too. Would your generation know what Soylent Green is?
I've heard of it. It was that one-stop shop. Like you could just drink the shake and it replaced food, basically.
No, actually, it was a movie where
Oh,
the population had kind of escalated and they were recycling people. Vis-a-vis lunch, breakfast,
Yeah.
and dinner.
they have a thing called Soylent that I sort of got. It's like a meal replacement.
It was a Charlton Heston movie, actually.
Dang. It's kind of fucked up. They named their shake after that.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It was before he became president of the NRA.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. That is a mystery to ponder. Why would we have the most serial killers? Our rough competitive edge.
I bet we have the most of literally everything.
True. The best.
I bet we have the most pedophiles. I bet we got it on lock. Everything. Best slam dunks. Most slam dunks.
True. Everyone in their own way has to aspire to greatness.
You got to do something crazy.
It's true.
Well, what's interesting is the United States, I think, is the most spiritual country and the most material country. There's more spiritual options here than I think anywhere else, but yet there's also a rampant materialism.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe all that materialism begets that. You go, why do I need all this shit? I need to find something.
Well, your materialism begot me starting a podcast. So it's kind of interesting. I'm a really bad speller. I was really dyslexic as a kid, and I can't really spell. If it wasn't for spell check, there's no way I could have been a professional writer. Yeah. So I was at a buddy's place, and he had one of those Macs, and he put spell check on, and he said, and I watched the spell check correct all the words. And I thought, I got to get one of those. So I got a Mac. And then I moved to New York and I'd covered this conference on genetic engineering. And I was writing an article about telomeres. They're like the egglets on the end of your chromosome. And every time a cell divides, the telomere shortens. And that's what determines your obsolescence. So I plugged telomere into her search engine. This was even before Google. And then there was all these hits on telomeres, and I got a bunch of information about it, and I was able to write the article. But as soon as I saw those hits on telomeres, I said, I got to get one of those. That kind of was a Freudian. And then I did your and then I did your podcast, and you told me how much money you make, and I said, I got to get one of those.
You saw our tits.
You saw our sweet tits.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's get some closing arguments here. What are you thinking about? What do you want to close on? Watergate, Epstein,
Future of the country.
I would say your listeners go to Epstein Justice and check us out. And, it'd be helpful if you bought my Watergate book. Actually, it'd be helpful if you bought any of my books. And it's good to be back with you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Thanks for coming.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. Awesome.